Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rush Racing Division 5 at the Hungarian circuit for the big one, the big 100% race. 70 laps around this technical, not fast track. Well, it will be fast if you're getting a move on down that main straight, but there's a lot of technical areas in, and I do know that because I did it last night, and I tell you, it is a drag, but it can be very rewarding, and it's going to be very exciting to see what these guys can get up to as well, because obviously, for the first time, these guys haven't really done many 100% races from Division 5. That was Division 6 last season. So it's going to be a bit of a spectacle, and I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge for most of these guys, as much as it's been a challenge for all of us all week across all divisions. Division 1, 2, 3, well, 3 still to go, which is on tomorrow, and then obviously 4 last night and 5 tonight. So, yes, please tune in and enjoy it. Ask me as many questions as you want, as I am the lone wolf tonight. I do have a 70-lap race that I'm going to be commentating, which I do. If I do lose my voice, I do apologise, but I'll try and keep going as much as I can and keep with all the action. I'm your host and commentator, SJ, tonight. Hope you all enjoy it. But first of all, we're going to go to the paddock, and then we're going to go over Team of the Week, where we've got our guest in, which I'll bring in a second. But first of all, let's go straight to the paddock. Who have we got on the grid tonight? We don't have that many, unfortunately, due to a few dropping out at the last minute. But the man that's leading the championship has managed to get into that seat and is racing tonight. TMT is here with us. It was all a big question mark if this man will make it. And he's obviously not going to give up that championship yet. So he is on the grid. But we've got Krojak. Massive opportunity for him to bounce back. He's had a couple of weeks, which has been a very difficult week. Uncle Morty, a lone wolf tonight, supered up going up to Division 4 and did a fantastic night last night, getting onto the podium. Has no teammate, unfortunately. Noahuni could not make it tonight. We then got Connor. Connor had a go last night, knows what it's all about, knows what the track is up his sleeve, so he'll have a bit of an idea of what he can do, and done very, very well last night tonight. So he'll probably be one to watch out for tonight on that podium. Will it be 3 weeks in a row that this man gets a P3 or another podium? We'll have to wait and see. We've got Ryzen in the V cab. We've got Runway 1 Kenobi. Both McLarens on the grid. They need the drivers. They need the points. Everyone scores points tonight, all the way down to P20, but there's only 15 guys. Still waiting on, obviously, the last drive, which is Shiny Piastri in the hat. So, 16 drivers. No reason for retirements tonight. All can score points. Milano, he had a go as well the other night. So, he knows what this is all about. Let's see what he could do. I think he might be one to watch out as well, along with Connor. Then we've got Sorokin and Kaus. Sorokin outscored his teammate last week, but we cannot not underestimate these Williams guys, especially Kaus as well, who is hosting the lobby tonight. If you do DNF, please do not leave the session. I do not want to restart a 100% race. That would be great. So, remember to stay in and keep on board. We've got TMT as well that has made it. We then got Wolf of the Aston Martin. We then got D-White, the TP of McLaren. Chevy Wolves in the Red Bull. Red Bull have been a force this week in all these races currently. So we'll have to wait and see what happens again tonight. Will they be able to put one on to the pole position or even win this race, as we saw Patrick win last night? Paul and Hell in the Aston Martin. Vroom's the only Ferrari, so Lamb is definitely going to be counting his chickens on Vrooms to score him some points tonight. And Dilby, the last Red Bull driver left. So, let's go on to the week. That was a fantastic week for this team. It is Team of the Week, ladies and gentlemen. Symphonic, good evening. Welcome to the comms box, my friend.
How's it going, man?
Good, mate. Good. What a week. Obviously, let's go straight into it, because we can have about 5 minutes to 10 minutes spare. We can jump back into quali, but let's talk about Division 3, man. What a race! Calco, the ultimate defender, and just Vu. Obviously had a very, very interesting couple of weeks, but got the win. Just a fantastic week, especially in that division.
Yeah, that was just a masterclass, especially from Calco. And then Vu getting his first proper win. It's good to see. Yeah, no, the boys really were a big factor with us getting Team of the Week. So yeah. The other ones that really, pick up the slack if the other divs don't really do too well throughout the week. So
Yeah, you've got to be over the moon.
Yeah.
You've got to be over the moon. First one of the season as well. And yeah, go through all the divisions. How do you feel that all the divisions went from Div 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, no, Aids and Swift in Div 1, really, it's really good to see them get a good result, getting the 3 and the 5. They haven't had the best of luck. It's a bit up and down throughout the season, but yeah, no, it's good seeing them get what they got, and start off the week pretty good. And then Div 2, Kaz had a pretty decent start, but it's unfortunate myself DNFing, and then Kaz pulled through and got the P4, which is awesome to see. So that's some good points there. And then 4 and 5, like Milano's been stepping up the last couple of weeks with the absence of keeper, and he's been doing really well. He's been doing bloody well in Div 4, so that's pretty good to see. Yeah, and then Div 5 was a little bit rocky, and then yeah, the Div 3, 1, 2, they just really topped it off.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, with the Division 1, it was a bit unfortunate. Obviously, your guys decided to stay out on those older tyres and try and do as much as they could. But we had the game and just had those better tyres. So it was really unfortunate for, obviously,
Yeah.
your top two, Swift and Aiden as Raiden, unfortunately missing out in the end. But Division 3 was obviously the highlight of the week. It had such a dramatic ending to the race as well. You know, Calco was close to his teammate for a period of time, and then obviously he pulled back, and then he had to defend. Then Tyler got the puncher as well. Like, what was your thought? I don't know if you were engineering or you saw the race, but what was
I,
your thoughts to the whole race in itself?
I, I was engineering, and Calco, I think they all put it around the same lap. I think it was a safety, early safety to the pit window. But yeah, no, I was just worried about Calco's tyre wear. He was pretty much on par with Tyler. I think Tyler had a little bit more tyre wear. So he was on the brink of getting a puncture, but Vu just ran away with it. He was managing his tyres a lot better than the rest of the guys behind him. So yeah, I think it was the last 10 laps. I was unsure whether he was going to make it in the end. That was Calco, but managed to pull through. If there was one more lap, he probably would have had the same problems the kick. So it kind of worked out quite perfectly.
Yeah, and I think that's the reasons why. Obviously, he had such a good week in Division 2 as well. Kaz is obviously starting to, get up through get his mojo back from obviously Division 3. He can get a bit of a shock
Yep.
sometimes, obviously going from a lower division and then going back up. So, how do you think Kaz is forming into that Division 2? Do you think he's now starting to find his place?
Yeah, I think he's fitting in really well. I mean, having been in the Div 3 for the first few rounds, kind of just settling in there and then having to move up, it's pretty tough. But yeah, no, I think he's been doing bloody well. Been practicing and getting up to grips with the level. And yeah, with that, like with Chi going, it's pretty tough to pick between them because I had to pick whether one stays, one goes. I felt like any one of them could have been, at that level. So yeah, no, Kaz has really been pulling through and doing really well at the moment.
Awesome. Let's talk a little bit about Hungary. Obviously, this is probably one of our latest team of the weeks, which is all good, which is fair enough. But how do we feel about how do we feel about this week? How do you feel that Division 1, Division 2, Division 4, and obviously tonight and obviously tomorrow? How do you feel that your team's performed and is about to perform?
Yeah, Aiden done pretty well. I was unfortunate not to have Swift in Div 1. Yes, some good points so far this week. We'll just see how the boys go tonight, and we should have Vu tomorrow, and then got to find another reserve fill in for Calco, which is going to be away. So yeah, no, it's looking pretty good so far.
Yep. Yep. And
I think the boys are keen to get over Hungary and
yeah,
move on, get this
I
100%
bet.
out of the way, and
I
yeah.
bet. How did you find it in yourself, the track?
Oh, yeah, I was a bit nervous coming into it. Got a bit of practice in. I was pretty happy with my quali. It was the first time getting into the 14, so I was pretty stoked to be on P3 in the quali. So, and then Kaz in P4, which is couldn't really ask much more in the division we're in. So yeah,
Yep.
and then we ended up P4 and 5 in the end. So yeah, good points.
All right, we'll ask a couple more questions and then we'll let you go. Obviously, overall's P6 in the table at the moment, 689. You've got like a little bit of a competition there with Red Bull, obviously 20 points behind you, 50, 60, 80, 30 points behind you. And Aston
Yeah.
Martin was 635. Like, are you happy where you are at the moment? Do you think that you can now start pushing on to Kick and Williams and possibly Merck and Ferrari as well?
Yeah, I'm happy where we are. The only thing I'm worried about is just going forward instead of dropping. That's pretty much the big thing. Yeah, it is pretty close with the guys around us, so we just got to stay consistent, and then just keep doing what we're doing. Because I think we're starting to really dial it in.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's the way to be. That is the way to be, and that's fine. It's still, well, I think we've just about no, I think we're nearly halfway now. So we're going into Qatar next week. It's round number 10. We've got 8 races left of the season. Still quite a lot of races, and obviously 100% in there at Spa, and obviously a sprint race as well. So how are you feeling, and how are you feeling and your team going into a track Qatar, which is very similar to Jeddah, obviously with no walls, but more of a wider track. But track limits is going to be the key there. So how are you feeling
Yeah,
yourself and your whole team going into that next week?
yeah. I'm looking forward to Qatar. I think the team's going to really do well there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking
Awesome.
forward to the rest of the few next new rounds. So some good tracks coming up. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, I would say to get good tracks with guitar, mate. Oh, I cannot stand that track. That is gonna. I've already said to my TP, just expect 1 point next week, my friend. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But an absolute fantastic week last week, Symphonic. You've been fantastic since you've had obviously no experience as a TP and you jumped into it and done a phenomenal job. So I wish you more Team of the Weeks. That they are sometimes quite difficult to get, and you're
It's a,
really really go
it's a
on.
massive buzz for us, eh?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it. Some of the teams are just going crazy, like Merck and Alpine and those top teams. So wasn't expecting it. It's a massive buzz. So yeah, and the boys deserved it. It was really close between some of the other teams. So yeah,
And
that's
you
good.
gotta like the graphic, eh? You gotta love the graphic.
Yeah. Love it. I love it, mate.
I try to give
It,
you a wow factor with the graphics, so feel free to post it, put it in a frame, whatever you want to do, because you never know. Some teams only get one for a whole season, so and I'm sure there's more to come with more races as well. So all the best tonight, and all the best to tomorrow as well for the rest of your team, and all the best next week in Qatar. And thanks for jumping on.
yeah, appreciate it, Strap. Have a good night.
You
Enjoy
too,
the
man.
comms.
Thanks,
On the
man.
race.
Take care.
Catch you, boys.
Okay, guys, that is Symphonic, the VCAB TP. He's obviously got Team of the Week for round number 8. It was a fantastic week, and it was probably one of the highlights of the week with Division 3 with Calco and Vu getting a double podium, and also his other drivers as well performing across the week as well. It'll be interesting to see how they will perform for the rest of this week, tonight and tomorrow. So they've still got an opportunity as well. And you never know, you could see that car or that graphic up Team of the Week for the remainder of the season. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, we have everyone in here. Shiny Swarm is in here. Paul and Held still needs to retire before that clock finishes. Otherwise, he will be looking at DSQ, unfortunately, because he's not retired. And he need to retire immediately. So Paul and Held, if you're listening, mate, get that car retiring. And job done. But if you are tuning in with us, thank you very much for jumping in as always. We've got Sorokin and Kaus taking the double P1 and P2 at the moment, with Connor in P3 at 17.102, and then Kaus 16.824 and Sorokin 16.4. This guy is getting quicker and quicker each week, and he's definitely putting some fantastic performances. There you go, 4.5 tenths deficit between him and his teammates at the moment, Sorokin and Kaus. We've got Chevy Wills is there as well, 7.5 temps off pole position as well, but not that far off. Not that far off Connor. 30 thousandths of a second slower than Connor for that P3 position, so we'll have to wait and see. Winter coming in with the lovely comments, Div4. So Shining Swarm is about to go out and announce that. We will jump on board with him as he hasn't set a time, and I will take you on board a lap of Hungary. As you can see, quite a few cars missing, unfortunately, which is a shame, but still opportunity for these 16 guys to still put in a fantastic night and score some big points for their teams as well. So here we go. We're going on board Shining Swarm for a lap, coming into the final corner. Now they're about to start. He'll get on to the DRS and on the ERS, burn all the way down the main straight as much as he can. Get a nice angle in onto the first corner there. Yes, there we go. Gets onto the curb a little bit too much onto the curb. Getting a good exit onto the left-hand side. We'll move over to the right-hand side. Paul Howell's time. Thank you very much, Mr. Paulie. On to 60% of the ERS. You'll see a lot of these guys, they will burn a lot more ERS here because there's not many straights for them to really burn it. So, and you don't want to be going to the line with about 40% there as well. So really good so far from Shining Swarm. Let's have a look. He comes down into the final corner. Really does not want to be getting on that curb. Then come into the right and the left-hander. Probably the worst part of this track is really difficult to overtake there. I've seen it been done, but we'll have to wait and see. Then he comes into sector 2. This is the technical part here. See, on the right, then on the left. Getting a little bit to the left there. Pushes on to the left-hand side. We probably want to get down and then forward as much as he can. Acceleration down here, down the main straight, getting onto the 50 zone, gets on to the curb. No, keeps it nice and tight there. Very good so far. No track limits at the moment, which is really good to see. So this is going to be a finishing lap. He's going to have to wait and see, though. He's only probably going to have one attempt here, so it's going to have to be a good one. Coming around to the final corner, doesn't look like he's used enough ERS, and he does put it only P13, 1.651 behind Riley One Kenobi. So there you go, there's the time, 1:18.052. And I think Shani will not be happy with that. He knows he can go quicker. We've also got a few other guys coming around as well. It looks like we've got the Alpine of Uncle Morty on an out lap. Who have we got on a lap at the moment? We've got Connor actually as well, who I will probably have to refund Drew Boy there, unfortunately, because I missed that. He's got a little bit of traffic in front of him. Can Connor improve on his lap? Let's have a look in that Sector 2 area at the moment. Are we going to see an improvement? Yes, no, we're not. Only 0.041. We've got a few guys coming around the final corner. We'll I'll jump on board with on board for Connor in the race, so you don't have to redeem twice. But there we go. All right, let's have it. He's coming around the final corner. Any improvement? Crossing the line. Can Connor knock the Williams off the top? No, he can't. No, he can't. Chevy Walls is coming around. We've also got Dilby. Dilby's, he's invalidated. He's not going to be able to get round again. And he's only going to start P10. That's really unfortunate for Dilby. And he will stay P10. We've got the other Haas driver of Shining Swarm is coming around again. We've also, looks like we have the Williams of Sorokin that's coming around. He's 4.5 temps up. We could see a 15.8 here or 15.9. Let's have a look. What's it going to be for Sorokin? 15.8. What a time there from Sorokin. And he does take pole position. Great night for him so far. Here comes the second Williams driver. Are we going to have a double Williams? 1-2. No, Uncle Morty puts it in the middle there in 16.7. Kaus, can he improve? He's got 2 tenths to do it. Can he do it? No, he can. 16.775. What about Connor? Connor's going to have another go. Looks like it. We've got the kick of TNT coming around the final corner. Does he get into the 15s? 16.4 knocks Morty down to P3. What about Chevy Walls? No, he stays P6. Connor is probably the only one that can do it. Can he do it? It doesn't look like he is going to. He's running low on fuel. Vrooms come around the final corner as well. And that is quality done because that is it. Connor goes down into P5. And there you go. Look at that. Double for the Williams there in P1 and P4. But Sorokin, TMT, and Uncle Morty are your top three. Good to see there. And look at that. 16.4, 16.5, 16.7. Connor, unfortunately, missing out there. Only just to Chevy Wills as well. That was very, very close. And also Milano as well. Very, very close between Milano, Chevy, and Connor. So this is going to be a very good battle in that P5, 6, and 7. Krojak down there in P9. Dilby will not be happy with that qualifying as well. So that's your lot, guys, on the quali. So very interesting to see there. And yeah. There we go. So if you are tuning in with us, Sorokin taking out pole position, Uncle Morty in that third, and TMT putting it right in the middle there in P2, and just basically continuing that consistency this season as well. So fantastic job done there. We're going to go all the way down, and then it's got Kaus, Connor, Chevy, Milano, D. White, Krojak, Roman Kenobi, Dilby, Woofer, Shining Storm, Frooms, Ryzen with the quali ban, and also Paul and Hell with the quali ban. Round it out. Okay. Alright, we are going to get underway very, very shortly, which is going to be fantastic. Looking a little bit dark at the Hungarian circuit here, so going to be very interesting to see what happens, getting ready to go, getting all the setups ready. How is everyone going to go going into turn one as well? We have 70 laps of racing here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you tune in and fasten your seatbelts and enjoy the night ahead. It's going to be a great one. Hopefully we're going to have a lot of action and a lot of battles, which will keep everyone awake, hopefully. We don't want to get everyone falling asleep. That's not the way we want to be. So let's have a look how we're going to go. So just waiting for everyone to get ready tonight. Any predictions? Put your predictions in, or put some comments in who you think is going to win the race, or even predict your top three. Always good to see how people think. Remember, we do have one more race tomorrow night, Division 3. You'll be joined by Rekus and Muzz in the comms box tomorrow night, so it's going to be a good one, and that will be Division 3. And yeah, obviously, big news. Obviously, the guys that did very well last week will not be racing. 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go here for round number 9, Division 5 at the Hungarian circuit. Just giving on to tyres, making sure get everything spot on, and there we go. So Sorokin takes the lead into P1 in turn 1. Kaus and Uncle Morty going at it, a little bit of a... Oh, TMT's dropped a stone. He's gone from P2 to P6 there. There's a little bit of drama there. Romy Kenobi's getting involved in that. Chevy Wilson's dropped down as well, P7. Dilby's now up still into P10. Someone's gone off there a little bit further back up to the top. It's a double Williams up the front, Sorokin and Kaus. And then it's Uncle Morty in P3 who's just gone off the track there. And Connor goes round the outside and gets the job done. Or does he get the job done? Yes, he holds it. We've got yellows at the back, Paul and Hells. And a mistake. Oh, Connor and Uncle Morty are getting close together. It's only lap 1, guys. Take your time. We've then got Uncle Morty in that P4, Milano in P5, TNT in P6. He's dropped like a stone there, so he'll definitely want to be able to push that back up. We've then got Chevy Wills in P7, Romy Kenobi, and D. White P8 and P9. Vrooms in P10, Krojak in P11, Dilby in P12, repping that white Red Bull livery tonight. Risen in P13, did have that body band, has made up some positions. Going miles off track though, and nearly hitting to the back of Woofer. Woofer really having to hold his own there. The Shining Storm gets into the mix as well, and we then got Paul and Hal. So Aston Martin having a mare, 14th and 16th as well. But look at the Williams, they've checked out. P1 and P2, 2.5 tenths out in front. There's a long way to go. go in this race, and they have already checked out as well. So this could be a very lone lonely race for the two Williams. Shining Swarm as well. He's got damage already on lap number 2. Not what you want, especially running the hard tyres as well. And that's another thing we need to look at. Look at the bit of a mixture of strategy there. Connor has decided to go onto the hards, Milano onto the hards. We've got Romeo and Kenobi on the hards as well as teammates on the mediums. And so the McLaren's in P8, P9. Great to see. Then we then got Vroome's Krojak on the hards, Dilby on the mediums, Risen on the hards, and Shining Swarm on the hards. So those hards have definitely helped the guys, well, helped those guys out in front because they've gapped Connor by 3 seconds on lap 2 already. So that just tells you that those hards are going to have to come into this race later on there as Uncle Morty goes round the outside of Milano. Does he get the job done? We've got someone going off track as well. It might have been Chevy Wills. Uncle Morty up into P4, got the job done on Milano. But while they're battling, that's letting Connor pull away with a 1.2. We've got drama here as it looks like Shining Swarm. No, Dilby's gone off. Dilby's down there in P15. What's happened? He's lost it at the back. Oh, has he got drama? Has he got damage? Let's have a look. What's happened there? No damage. He's just had a bit of a spin. Then we've got more drama going on as Milano and Uncle Morty are going at it again side by side. We're on lap 3 at the moment. It is all kicking off here at the Hungarian ring and TMT is just watching in. And then we've got Chevy Wolves in that battle as well. So nice little battle going on there. But Connor, 3.5 seconds back from Kaz and Sorokin. So yeah, the Williams, they're flying at the moment, and it's just this battle between Uncle Morty and Milano. It's hards versus mediums as well, and Dilby has not had the best of nights already. 4.2 seconds behind Paul and Hell, but still have a long way to go in this race for anything to change, as Uncle Morty has dropped Milano out of the DRS there as well, 1.3 seconds. TMT is in the back of the DRS of Milano as well, followed very, very closely by Chevy Wolves. We've got the two Williams drivers, they're working very well together in the DRS, 7.5 temps, so they'll just use that to try and pull away, and yeah, we'll have to wait and see. More Hungary races, Phoenix, yep, 2 more to go, and then we are done for Hungary. Right, here we go. Lap 3 out of 70. We have Uncle Morty in that P4 position. He is trying to gain on Connor now. Mediums versus hards, 3 laps. So going to be interesting to see how that battle is going to start to, see how it's going to go. It's going to be an interesting one. We've got TMT there, 6.5 teams. He's got Milano. And VCAP in a great position here, P5 and P13, obviously both. Everyone's scoring points tonight, so there we go. We've got Vrooms and Woofer, they're going at it, as Woofer does get in front of Vrooms in for that P11 position there. And we've got Dilby, is he making any time at the moment? 3.5, 3.6, losing a little bit of time to Paul and Hell, but still a long way to go. But how far is he away from the leader? 19 seconds from the leader, so that's basically 1 pit stop and a bit. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there later on. Going back up to the front, Cal's still within his teammate. Uncle Morty, though, has brought in Connor. 7.5 temps, 3.4. Those mediums are going to be the quicker tyre for the time being until those hards get into it. We did see that last night in the Division 4 race. We did see the hards really coming into it as well. And we did see Nishka screaming and shouting about some of the strategies that was done on the later stages of the race when the safety car came out as well. So let's see if we can have any of that shenanigans tonight. A little bit further down, TNT was in the DRS of Milano. Chevy is in the DRS of him. D White's in the DRS of him. Romeo and Kenobi is just in the DRS. Let's just have a look on his... No, it doesn't look like he is in the DRS as well, so Romeo and Kenobi has been dropped out of the DRS. D White getting a little bit close there. May have had a little bit of a traction situation there. Lost a bit of traction coming out of that turn number 1. Krojak 2.5 seconds behind Romeo and Kenobi in that P10 as well on the hard. So both Mercedes deciding to go for the hard strategy tonight. So far so good. We'll have to wait and see as... Krojak 11 seconds behind Sorokin at the moment, who is leading this race. 2.3 seconds we've got Woofer. And then we've got Vrooms as well, 1.5. Risen is 9.5 tenths behind him, so he's just in the DRS at the moment. But Paul and Hell is in his DRS, and Dilby is making up some time now, 2.7 seconds. Shining Swarm, though, 27 seconds back. He's got a long way to go. Let's see if he can get back into this race. He is going to score points, that's the main thing. But Sorokin has dropped his teammate out of the DRS, I think. We'll just have a look here to see if Cows is going to have the DRS. It's coming into the final corner, 1.1, no DRS, so he's lost the DRS to Sorokin there, so yeah, that's going to be interesting, and we're seeing here as well that Uncle Morty is now right on the back of Connor. We saw the battle early on between Uncle Morty and Milano. It's gone on. Uncle Morty goes around the outside, tries to get the move done, loses a little bit of traction. They're going to go side by side again, and doesn't get the move, but then he goes for a different move, and he goes to the left-hand side and changes it up. Connor then he's trying to hold his position. A little bit of a difficult for traction there for Uncle Morty, and he doesn't get the move done. And Connor fights another day in that P3 position. While these guys are fighting, as you can see, Uncle Morty getting over on the tracks there. Be careful with track limits. We could then see Milano getting into the battle of this as well. So while these guys do mess around and start having a little bit of a fight, we could see Milano jump into it as we do. Yeah, there you go, 7.5 Tims. He's joined the back of Uncle Morty. TMT's joined the back of him, and so Chevy Wolves, and that's brought D-White into it as well. Romeo and Kenobi has dropped by 2.6 seconds, and he's now got Krojak for company, 3.5 tenths. So that's the closest battle on the grid so far. Kaus was back in the DRS, is now back out of the DRS, so hopefully he can get back into it. But let's jump on board with Krojak for a flying lap. He should get the move done here on Romeo and Kenobi. Let's have a look. Both on hard compound tyres, so let's see how Krojak does. Coming into the final corner before he gets on to the main straight. We've seen Sorokin there. May have had a bit of a mistake. Oh, there's been a bit of drama. Sorry, we've got yellows. We've got yellows. What's happened there? Someone's lost it. Oh, Uncle Morty's gone. Something's happened there. It was on the back of someone else, and Connor is now up in the P3. Uncle Morty's in P4. Milano's got even closer, so something's happened. Someone was lost the yellows there. Krojak, does he get moved past Romeo and Kenobi? Yes, he does. We've got Vrooms and Risen. They're going at it. Dilby as well, 5.6 seconds. So has he had a mistake? I don't know. But something looked like it's happened. And we've got Paul and Hal going around the outside, of Risen. Can he get the move done? Risen tries to get the move done. No, he doesn't. But Paul and Hal up into P13 there as well. So we saw a bit of a drama there. I don't know if Sorokin had a bit of a mistake because Kaus is now in front. So unless they've decided to switch it around a little bit, which would be very interesting to see. We've dropped Connor to 4 seconds, and we've still got Uncle Morty in that 6.5 tenth gap with Milano now, TMT, Chevy Wolves, and D White. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars in a nice little battle there as well. We're going to jump back on board with Krojak in a second, because he did get the move done on Romeo and Kenobi, and he's dropped him by 1.1. So a little bit more of a pace on there. But Ryzen doing as best as he can as well down there in P14. He's on those hards, so he'll be able to go longer distance. Back up to the front. We're going to go on Milano. Does Milano try and make a move on Uncle Morty? But Uncle Morty's got the DRS off the back of Connor, which does not make it easy. As you can see, you really do have to position your car there, as Uncle Morty's got it all wrong, and he's really having problems coming out of that turn 1. And here comes TMT on the left-hand side. Uncle Morty holds his line. TMT round the outside, doesn't get the better line, and Uncle Morty lives another day and keeps that P5 position on lap number 8 out of 70. A bit further down, we've got Vrooms. Looks like he's got the job done on Paul and Hal into that P12. Well, Paul and Hal is on the back of him. I'm trying to work out who has gained positions here. 3 onboards. We will jump on board with Connor in a second when he gets a little bit closer to a battle, because there's just no one on him at the moment. We're just going to be looking at the back of Milano. And Milano now is going to be on the back of him, and he will be pushing Connor for that P3 spot. And what a drive from these guys so far. The Williams guys, though, they've checked out. They are 3.9 seconds out in front at the moment, and that is a big lead. Well, now 4 seconds. Sorokin holding on to Kaus at the moment with that DRS, as you can see, 6.5 tenths, and lovely sunshine here at Hungary, so not any rain at the moment. I haven't been told about any rain. Let's have a look. Does Milano try and make a move on Connor on lap number 9? Does he get a move done? 4.5 tenths. He's getting closer and closer. Does he make a move? No, he stays with him, but TMT's getting closer to Uncle Morty, and Uncle Morty, does he get that turn 1 right? Yes, he does this time. So he keeps the position, but TMT's coming back at him, holds off the line and keeps that P5. Milano, though, is getting closer and closer to Uncle Morty, and Paul and Hal does try and get the move done on Vrooms, goes round the outside, and then a spin Oh, there's been drama here at the back, and he's spun Paul in Hell. Paul in Hell has dropped all the way down into P15, and that is our first yellow flag of the night. Well, second one of the night, and I think Vrooms is going to let him through here. Yeah, he knows he's in the wrong, and yep, bit of an issue there for Vrooms and Paul in Hell, and that has lost Paul in Hell 9 seconds to Dilby, and Dilby is now into P13, 9.5 tenths behind Risen. So keep an eye out for Dilby. He'll start trying to make his way up through the pack. We've got Chevy Wills just following very, very closely. We do see Crowjag as well getting quite close to D White as well. So we're getting a lot more guys getting into the mix. We've got Milano at 9.5 tenths. He's nearly lost out on the DRS of Connor, so he needs to be careful though he doesn't lose it. Uncle Morty is 1.7 seconds behind Milano here, so TMT could get the move done for P5. Let's have a look. Here we go, coming down the main straight, and Uncle Morty has to defend. You have to defend your line. Oh, Chevy Wells outbreaks himself, and that brings D White into the battle, and Chevy Wells has got that all wrong. He's going to come back at him though, and he's going to try and get the move done. No, he doesn't, and D White takes that P7 position. So bad mistake there from the Red Bull driver, outbreaks himself, and now he's got Crowjag for company. And these two guys did have a come together in Australia. So this will be a nice little punchy battle that we'll wait and see for the Mercedes and the Red Bull here. But D White now into P7. We've got a nice battle going on here between Risen and Dilby. As Risen has gone off, Dilby goes round into P12 and gets another position. He's now 11 seconds behind Woof, and he's making up time as much as he can. But Risen down there in P13. Paul and Hell in P14. Vrooms in P15. And Shining Swarm has pulled that gap down by a lot. He's now 10 seconds behind Vrooms. 10 laps out of 70. 60 laps to go in this race. A long way to go. TNT has got the job done on Uncle Morty, but he's still 2.2 seconds back from Milano. And will Uncle Morty be able to get back in front of him yet again? We'll jump on board with an onboard here for Uncle Morty. It's very, very close to him. Very, very close to him. And he doesn't get the move done. So he's going to have to live another day. And yeah, this is going to be a long, long race. So patience is a virtue at the moment. But really good night for some of these guys as well, especially for the Williams. They're having a fantastic night. P2 and P1. They have not checked out though. Connor, 2.6 seconds. Hard's coming into it now. We'll have to wait and see. We do see the mediums last night hit around about that lap 18 on the first stint as well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. It's the later stage that the tyres go a little bit longer. We've got Izzy Fizzy jumping into the chat as well. Fortunately, couldn't make it on the grid tonight, which was a little bit unfortunate. But he's cheering on his driver of Shining Swarm, 9 seconds back from Vrooms as well. But this battle between Milano and Connor is now starting to get quite interesting. So we'll jump on board with an onboard to see if Milano can get the job done with the DRS coming up to, I think, maybe lap 12 this will be. As we see Connor doing quite well, 2.3 seconds back from Sorokin. So he is reining them, the guys in at the front there, moving over to the right-hand side. As you can see, really trying to hold his line there. And there you go, Milano getting closer as well. Gets into a little bit of dirty air. Milano, though, has checked out of TNT, 2.8. And he looks like he's increasing on that as well. So as you can see at the moment, Connor is in pretty good hands. He's in that P3 position. This will be his third P3 if he can get to the end of this race and finish P3. We'll have to wait and see. 15.6, I think, was the quality time in the end, was pole. A little bit further down, we've got Uncle Morty down there, 5.5 temps, still battling on with TMT. Lost that position early on. He'll want to gain that back. Dean White and Chevy Wills are just minding their own business, but Crowjag is stuck in that, and he's looking quite pacey at the moment on those hards. So these mediums in front are a bit of a blocking ram at the moment, and it's going to be difficult to see. Connor, though, is reining Sorokin in. 2 seconds. Now, if you look in Sorokin's mirror, or just behind him, there is the Mercedes look coming round. So they're losing a little bit of time. Are they really starting, those tyres starting to go off? Because Connor's really starting to match up to him now. But he's bringing Milano into it. Milano is on the same strategy of tyres. So we could see Milano and Connor get very, very close and even get the move done on Kaus and Sorokin. We'll have to wait and see. Will it be before they pit? As Milano goes for a move on the outside, doesn't get the move done. It's Milano and Connor. Well, they're having a nice little battle, but no, Connor holds his position. Milano stays in that P4. What about Uncle Morty? No, Uncle Morty's dropped. He's going to come under extreme pressure now from D White, because now he's out the DRS of TMT. TMT is free to go. He's got 2.2 seconds gap to Milano. And the thing is, Milano and Connor, if they hold each other up, they're going to bring TMT into it. So there's going to be a three-way fight against Sorokin and Kaus. As you can see, 1.9 seconds, lap 13 out of 70 at the moment. Back further down, Chevy Wolves has still got Kojak for company at the moment. Romeo and Kenobi 4 seconds back. Vrooms has pit off the hards and has retired. Why has he retired? That's just lap 13. Wow. That is, Lamb is going to be not happy with that. Why have you retired on lap 13? That's got to be, that may have to be looked at by the stewards or an investigation of lap 13 why you've retired. We'll have to wait and see and find out what's going on there. But, yeah. Yeah, true, but why? Why retire? And then left there, obviously not happy. Don't understand that. Really confusing. Anyway, back up to the pack of 15 cars as well. This is interesting. Obviously, a lot of guys missing tonight. Really unfortunate. And we'll get back to it next week. We've got a few new drivers that are Division 5 that will be taking part in the reserve program, but we've got these Division 5 drivers that we're looking at tonight. That 14 out of 70, 2.2 second gap, so a little bit of a fresh air, breathing space. There is Connor's made a mistake, and that's brought Milano into it, and Connor has actually lost his front left plate. And that is not what he wants. Milano now is into P3. Connor is into P4. He's going to be under pressure now from TMT. How has he lost that front plate? That's going to be interesting. And that's really going to hurt him. Especially if he's gone way off track. It's all going wrong for him. And oh my days, what's happened there? And he's lost out to D White, Uncle Morty and TNT now into P4. And Connor all the way down into P7. He needs to just be careful that he doesn't end up crashing the car. He's all over the place. And that is not... Are we going to see him pit? We're going to see him pit here. It's not going to continue, surely. No, there we go. He's pitting. Oh, he's going to lose so much time. Oh, he's nearly got into the wall. What is he doing? Oh, absolute drama here for Connor. Oh, it looked like he was going to be catching the Williams, and now Milano is 2.2 second gap to TMT with Uncle Morty right on the back of TMT yet once again, but that's D White now into it in P6. Chevy Wills in the P7. Krojag is 1.2 seconds back, and he's actually pulled away from him there as well. Romeo and Kenobi has pulled in a little bit of time. He's pulled in. Question for your brother. Ah, well, a bit of drama there. We'll have to wait and see what's happened. But Sorokin and Kaus still at it. 2.4 seconds. They've got a little bit of breathing space. 4.5 tenths. AI Ferrari parked on track, broke his wing. Why wouldn't he just drive around it? Question for your brother. Well, yeah, that's the question, isn't it? We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here. We're going to jump on board with Uncle Morty for an on board here, guys. So tune in for that. I'll be back very soon. Okay, coming round into the final corner, going on to lap 17. Uncle Morty has got a little bit closer to TNT. He's in the DRS range at the moment. Will he be able to go for a move there? Did a little bit of an onboard there for you guys. We'll jump on board with Connor when he's getting close to a battle and do the onboard as well, as we did miss that earlier on with the request that was done. As Uncle Morty trying to get close to TNT. It's now starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm, and that's what you need to do. You need to get into a rhythm. It's going to be a bit difficult at first with the heavy fuel, and then you need to get into the rhythm. That's what this is all about as well, and patience as well. This is a long way to go, and if you look at the gaps at the moment, it's obviously 50 seconds between Shineswan and the leader, but from P10, 14 seconds, and even P8, 10 seconds, anything can happen. We've seen the mistake that Connor was made, and then obviously pulled all the way down into P14. So a lot of things can happen in this race, and it's a long way to go. We've had one retirement, lap 13, Vroome's retiring. And at the moment, we've still got 15 cars out on track. Uncle Morty doing quite well, though, now starting to get into a bit of rhythm, which is really good to see. But TMT holding his own. He's 2.7 seconds back from Milano, though. He's not really pulled in that time at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see. And as we can still see, the two Williams still going at it. 6.5 temps between Rotkin and Kaus in the DRS, but Milano is joining that party soon. 1.1, as you can see. Look at that. He gained nearly 2 temps on that corner, let alone, and he's going to be in the DRS soon. Uncle Morty is still trying to go. Crowjag's called it. 16 laps on hards. That's early. That is very, very early on hard tyres on the first stint. So, I don't know. We've seen some strategies last night in with Alpine and other teams as well, and Mercs. And so we'll have to wait and see what we're seeing tonight. But that's early. And Chevy Wills has come in as well. On 17 laps medium. So that's about right. It's probably, 18 laps. That's about right. So, interesting to see there. Crowjag only 17 laps on the hards. Interesting strat there. And Connor has got the jump done on Paulin Hell, and he is up into P12. And he's also got the jump done on his teammate. Not much by, though. 1.6 seconds as well. So we'll have to wait and see. Oh, he had damage. Oh, both Mercs in a bit of a war tonight, having damage. And Team T actually losing time to Milano at the moment. 2.7. Was 2.9 and now 2.7. Milano, though, has joined the party of the top two of the two Williams guys tonight, and it's been a fantastic night so far. That 18 out of 70, and the two Williams are still going at it. They're going again, so they're going to go a longer stint, and Milano is getting closer and closer. Question is going to be hard, though, for an overtake here, because you've got two Williams within the DRS, and they are basically near enough on the same pace. Let's have a look at fastest lap. Yeah, look at that. There's hardly anything in it between them, so they are pretty matched for pace as well. We've had a few issues earlier on. Woofer coming in on lap number 19, and done 18 laps on the mediums. He's pitting, and also Dilby pitting as well. So a few pit stops getting onto those hards, or maybe even some mediums. We'll have to wait and see. Connor does the fastest lap with a 20.555, and he jumps up into P10 after that pit stop. We will jump on board with Connor now for an onboard, as he has got risen for company. So enjoy, guys. Well, there we go. There's Connor's on board done. He does get the move done on Ryzen, but Ryzen did not make it easy there for him. But he does get the move done up into P9 on those 5-lap mediums. Now he can push his way through. 6.8 seconds back to Chevy Wills as well already. And we're only on lap 20. Back up to the front. Milano still not got the move done on any of the Williams guys at the moment. Uncle Morty, though, getting that penalty as well. That will hurt him in the later stages. Maybe if there is a safety car, we'll have to wait and see. Connor is losing so much time being passive. At some point, you just have to send a move instead of just waiting for DRS. Yes, buddy, sometimes you do. Guys, feel free if you do want surprise interviews, jump in, keep me company. I am a lone wolf tonight, and I do have over 50 laps to go. Kaus is in. He is in. The leader is in. He's called it. Sorokin continues. Kaus goes. Where is Kaus going to come out? Is he going to come out at the back of Chevy, or will it be in front of Connor? He'll want to get out in front of the Mercedes as well. He will not want to be held up. He'll be on very, very fresh tyres as well. Milano on those 20-lap hards as well. 1.5 seconds back from Sorokin. Sorokin, a little bit of breathing space now. TMT up in the P3 as well. Uncle Morty still following very, very closely. Long way to go. D White 2.4 seconds back. Then we've got Robbie One Kenobi. A good race for these guys so far. McLaren's P5 and P6. They're needing these points. It's not been a very good week for McLaren so far, but we still have Division 3, and we know that Dutch and Hennessy have been on great form. So where does Kaus come out? He comes out in front of the Red Bull of Chevy Wills, as you can see, 2 seconds down the road, and Chevy already on 3-lap hards, repping that Max Verstappen helmet as well. Good to see there, driving that Red Bull. There'll be P13, 7 seconds back on those hards, and he will be quick, so keep an eye out on him if anything happens. We've got Woofer and we've got Ryzen. They're going at it as well. Ryzen holding Woofer up a little bit here at the moment, doing a great job, and up into P11 on those 20-lap hards. Woofer doesn't go for a move through the chicane and says, thank you very much, I'm on fresher tyres, I need to get through, and he's through. Warren Haldo down there in P15, he's just stopped as well. Shining Swarm on 18-lap mediums. He'll probably go again a little bit further down. Let's go on board with Uncle Morty. Does he get the move done on TMT? No, he just goes for a longer, he's trying to get the traction down. These guys are still on 21-lap hard, medium, and they're still going at it at the moment. Uncle Morty doesn't get the move done, but we will stay on board with him. He does have that 3 seconds. Chevy on an undercut range on those medium runners in front already. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Mars is coming on. Milano needs invite. Oh, Milano's dropped out, has he? Okay. I'm going to have to do it because I can't do it any other way, unfortunately, because I've got no one else to invite him. So I'm going to have to do it, unfortunately. So I do apologise if we do lose the stream. There you go, Milano. Sent an invite, mate. There we go. Let's have a look here. Milano into P2 at the moment. Sorokin in P1. And Sorokin is still continuing on those mediums. TMT. Oh no, Milano with that disconnection as well is not helping him. Is it in? 62, 63, 61. He's on mediums. Oh, he's on hards. Just trying to work it. Oh, yeah, he is definitely not in. He's definitely not in. He's on 70% as well, so he's losing a little bit of time there. Ooh. Oh, what has happened there? He's just absolutely taken out Uncle Morty. Oh, no. Absolute scenes there. And that was caught, well, hook, line, and sealed there. And that, if that is Milano's AI, he is in serious trouble. He has just wiped out Uncle Morty, and they've got, I think they've both got damage. Uncle Morty's got no front right, and Milano has got no front left as well, and he's holding everyone up, and this is helping TMT. Now look at that. That is more drama. 23 laps out of 70 as well, and now TMT is 5.8 seconds back from Sorokin, and Milano has just joined as well. That is not good. Yeah. And I'm definitely going to say, oh, look, he's lost the whole front left, complete side. So he needs to pit. Yeah, he's coming in. And so is Uncle Morty as well. So, oh, that's unfortunate. I really feel for Uncle Morty there. That's really such a shame. But McLaren, P3 and P4. Romy Kenobi's just minded his own business, and he's now up into P4, 1.4 seconds back from his teammate. This is a great drive from Romy Kenobi and Div5 tonight. But I want to say, Romy Kenobi doing a fantastic job. Now, Connor and Krojag, P7 and P8 on very, very fresh tyres. This is the deficit now. Just maybe they will come out. Maybe they may just be leading this race when these guys pit. They're going to have to make a decision because that time is it's dropping a little bit, not by much though. So keep an eye on that. They're 23 seconds and 24 seconds behind the leader. So Sorokin is going to have to make a decision here. 23 laps he's done on the mediums. I reckon we could see him coming in now. Bit of drama on this race. Been a little bit quiet so far. A little bit dominant from Williams. Sorokin goes round. He's going again. This is very interesting. If he then pulls it down to 20 seconds with these, they will take the lead. The Mercedes of Connor and Krojak. So keep an eye out on these fastest laps at the moment. 22, you see, Connor's pulled it in. Romy Kenobi's called it, and he's come in on 23 lap hards. See, some of these guys are really going early on these hards as well. We saw an early stop there as well for, I think it may have been someone came in for 30. I'm not even on Krojak, actually. I'm just have to work out who that was. Kaus, though, 4 lap hards on the back of D White, and I think he'll get the move done quick here, but he's probably going to get held up a little bit. So we'll jump on board with Kaus. As you can see, not much on the ERS here as well. He's going to burn up the hill. No, he's not going to risk it. Not going to risk it. You don't want to risk it there as well. So good job done there. Kaus he doesn't want to let him get too far in front. Chevy rules 3 seconds. Really unfortunate for Chevy there. Kaus in P4, Chevy in P5, and Chevy is the one that's hounding him down, but now he's got that 3 seconds. Kaus probably either wait for the DRS down the main straight, or he'll try and overtake him in a couple of these corners here. 24 laps against 4 lap hards, 24 mediums. I reckon we could see D White coming in. Kaus has got the move. No, he's not going to go for it. He knows it's difficult to overtake here. In P4 at the moment. 4 laps on those hards. Gets a little bit out of sorts there, D White. And D White's going to go again. Now, Kaus needs to get a very, very good line here and get real good grip. And then he needs to try and get in front of him as soon as possible there. He should get the move done. Needs to get the move done into turn 1. Here we go. Moves over to the right-hand side. Gets the move done. There you go. Better traction. A little bit nervous on the corner there. Does get the move done up in P3. 5.2 seconds back. 5.3 seconds back from TMT. And TMT 5.8 seconds on those 25 lap mediums back to the leader. Krojak now and Connor 20 seconds behind Sorokin. So Williams need to make a decision what they're going to do here, because at the moment they will be leading this race when Sorokin does pit. But Kaus obviously will be leading this race because he's on fresher tyres. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Williams better react quickly with Sorokin. Both Merc are in line to undercut him. I reckon he is one-stopping. One-stopping. Ooh, I want a one-stop here. Let's have a look. Oh, good. No drama. Have to wait and see what happens here. Okay, what did I miss? Phoenix, you've missed a lot. You see Milano's AI end up taking Uncle Morty and they're back down there in 10th and 11th. They have a nice little little race at the moment. We've got a few pens. 3 for Chevy, 3 for Uncle Morty. Dilby up in a P9. He's having a good race so far on those 7 laps. Chevy Wolves 2.2 seconds back from Kaus. He's got D White for company. 26 laps. Still has not pit. What are we on now? We must be on the old 19. No, Krojak 17 and 18. Sorokin, is he going to do 30 laps on these mediums? We saw some of the Alpine guys yesterday. They really pushed those tyres the limit and continued as much as they could. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But yeah, well, it's going to be very interesting moving forward. We're going to jump on board with Connor for a flying lap here. We'll do that in a sec. We're just going to see what Sorotkin's doing. He's coming around the final corner. No, he's decided to continue again. So I reckon he's looking at 30 laps here. Any battles going on? It's starting to really spread out. Roman Kenobi has pit. He's on 2 lap hards against Milano's 3 lap mediums. We're on board with Connie. He's coming around the final corner, getting very, very close to his teammate, trying to stay on the DRS to try and help them. He does lose the DRS there, but we'll jump on board for that redeem because we have missed it. So here you go, on board Connor. Okay, all right. Coming around to the final corner now. Finished that on board from Connor. He's actually lost a lot of time to his teammate there as well. 2.4 seconds as well to the back of Krojak. And TMT is in. He's in P7. Where is he going to come out? Let's have a look. We've got Woofer coming down the main straight. He'll jump him. Looks like Dilby will. There's a lot of cars coming down the main straight. Oh, this could be trouble for TMT. He's going to get involved in a lot of traffic here. Look at this. Look behind him. We've got move going on here between Dilby and Uncle Morty. And he does get the job done on Uncle Morty. So TMT has timed that to perfection. And Dilby is trying to get the move done on Uncle Morty at the moment there as well. But TNT has pulled out right in front and he's now got the breathing space. But he's got 27 seconds to the leader of Sorotkin, as Sorotkin has still decided to continue. So he's definitely doing 30 laps on those mediums. Definitely, without a doubt. Kaus 5 seconds out in front. Chevy Wolves now into P3. 7 seconds back from him is D White. Milano getting a 3-second time penalty as well. We've got more battles going on. I'm just trying to see. Sorotkin is in. The leader is in the pits. Where is he going to come out of? Because I'll tell you something. You have got Woofer, you've got TNT, you've got Uncle Morty, Dilby, Milano, and Romy Kenobi all come around into the final corners. Sorotkin does not want to get involved in that at all. Chevy Wolves now up in the P2. Sorotkin in P3. D White coming down the main straight. Krojak coming down the main straight as Krojak makes the move done on D White, who has done 29 laps on those mediums. Where is Sorotkin going to come out of? There you go. Free air for Sorotkin. 7.4 seconds back to Woofer. And he's now got 3.7 second gap to Connor. Connor, 2.1 second gap to D White. D White, 29 laps, so he'll probably do one more lap and he'll then pit as well. Kaus, 2.1 seconds to Chevy Wolves with, 40 laps remaining, ladies and gentlemen. We're not even halfway there yet. We've got 5 more laps and then we will be halfway. Kaus leading the way, 2.5 seconds. Chevy Wolves, 2.4. Krojak, 7.3. Div5, and they are on the same duration of tyres as well. So this has not helped at all. We'll have to wait and see how long they're going to be able to go, because those hards are going to go longer than those mediums as well. So going to be an interesting strat here. Cow's in control, but can Chevy Wolves rein him in? That's going to be the question here. But let's have a look. Does D White make a pit stop? Let's have a look. Coming on to the final corner. 29 laps, D White. No, it's going again. Wow, he's going to do the full 30. He's doing the full 30, but he is losing way too much time. It's got to be. Got to be. But does Connor get the move done? Because he's just holding him up, and that's making it more and more difficult. And let's have a look here. We'll jump on board with Connor. It's going to get very, very close. There you go. Look, D-White really struggling to even get traction down on those old tyres. 16 to 30. TNT does get the job done on Woofer for that P7 position. Woofer now has got Uncle Morty for company, who tries to get the move done. Back on board with D White though, because he's got Connor all over the back of him here. And Connor looking ready to make a move up the hill. Does he make it? No. D White holds it. Holds those tyres. Those tyres are going to be hurting. Connor is losing time here. 4.1 to Krojak. Connor, 4.5 seconds back. Sorokin is reining them in now. 1.7. Just send a move. Oh my God, sick buddy. You can't do that here. You've got to be patient. You've got to really time your maneuvers to go. Roll me one, Kenobi. 3-second time penalty for the McLaren. Some of the penalties are coming in now. Does Connor make a move down into the corner at near sector 3? No. D White holds on. D White's got to come in now. 30 laps. Let's have a look. Coming around into the final corner again, or one of the final corners. Coming around, trying to get traction. And he's going to go round again. There we go. Connor will get the DRS here, though. This is going to get the move done. But look at this. Sorokin has joined the party. Will it be a Connor and Sorokin on D White? D White going to hold his line. Is he going to have the traction to hold it? Doesn't look like he is. Sorokin's going to get into this as well, and he's going to get held on behind as well. Connor gets the move done. Sorokin comes down the outside, and there you go. Thank you very much. Connor made it look difficult. Sorokin made it look very easy. D White now down to P6. He is now 17 seconds back from Kaus. Will be on very, very fresh tyres, but will have to pit because he's going to lose too much time. Sorokin, though, 2 laps to Connor's 17 at the moment. Chevy Wolves, 2.3. He is pulling in Kaus a little bit. D White now gets himself a penalty as well to make things 10 times worse. And Sorokin is right on the back of Connor as well. So he's going to be very fresh, and I think he may even wait for that final straight as well. As you can see, Sorokin is flying on those fresh 2-lap hards at the moment. Let's have a look at D White. D White's got to come in because TMT's joining the party now. He's not going to hold TMT up. Surely he's got to come in. Let's have a look. Brown and the last hairpin again. D White, in he comes. 32 laps on those mediums, mate. Great stint, but you may have lost a lot of time. Sorokin is ready to pounce on Connor. Wants to get this move done. 3 laps to the 18 laps on those mediums. And, Connor's trying to hold the position. Sorokin goes around the outside. Who's got the grip? It looks like Sorokin may have the grip, and yes, he does. Easy does it, and Sorokin up in a P4. 8.8 seconds back from Connor's teammate, Krojak. Now Connor has got TNT to deal with. We'll jump on board with TNT. Go on board TMT, and TMT trying to get the move done as well. Connor's trying to do as much as he can. Such a difference in tyre life. Interesting outcomes ahead. Yeah, Calco, I do agree. There is a very interesting. You've got 13 hards, 16 hards, 15 mediums, 3 on the hards as well, 18 on the mediums as well. Going to be very interesting there. Look at this. We've got Uncle Morty around the outside. Says thank you very much. Oh, there we go. 9 laps on the hards, 10 laps on the hards to TNT's 5. And Uncle Morty gets the job done. And Connor, while he was holding up TNT, Uncle Morty may have found TMT asleep there, and Uncle Woody comes through and says, yeah, thank you very much, I'll take that position. And as you can see, just on board with TMT here, Uncle Woody goes down the left-hand side. They're going to go side by side. Oh, a little bit of a smack, another bit of a smack. Oh, they're going side by side again. No, another bit of a smack. TMT's going to get involved. He's going to go for the two. He can't go anywhere. He's blocked off. Oh, interesting. And Uncle Woody loses it. And TMT says, thank you very much. I'm going to go right round the corner. And Uncle Morty's been hit by Milano. He's lost it on his own. And now he's going to have another battle with Milano. Milano's going to get back involved in that. Oh, that was close. Could have lost his front wing there. A lot of drama in this race. And now lap 34 out of 70. That's brought Romeo and Kenobi into it as well now. 5.5 tenths to Uncle Morty and Dilby. Absolute wild. Yeah, you're saying Dilby named the P7. 15 laps on those hards. 1.1 behind TMT. Connor 5.9 seconds. Sorokin 7 seconds to Grojak. So he's helped him massively here, but he's going to come under slack now because TMT is going to get involved in this. Dilby has pulled that in though. Dilby is now 6.5 tenths. Connor's going to have to try and fight off TMT. As I reckon TMT is going to get the job done here, and he does. He moves over to the left-hand side. Connor holds his line there, holds Dilby off. Can Dilby get the job done? It's 16 laps to 20 laps on the mediums there. Doesn't look like he's got the traction at all there for Connor. And Connor has lost those two positions easy. And he looks like he's struggling on those mediums. 20 laps. Dilby 16 lap hards, and he got the job done very easy. So did TMT. And those two continue. Uncle Morty, though, is going to come back at this again. And they're going to then go against the Mercedes on those 20 lap mediums. I know these guys are going longer or earlier, but they're getting into these fight with these guys and they're losing. So going to be very interesting to see how this strategy is going to fill out for the rest of the race, because Connor's now 24 seconds back from Kaus and is on a lot older tyres than Kaus, Chevy, Krojak, Sorokin, TMT and Dilby. So interesting strat here tonight from both, because Krojak's got to pit and Connor's going to pit before the guys at the front. So interesting to see what's going to happen here. Back up to the front. 3 second gap between Chevy Wills and Kaus. But Chevy Wills has cleared that 3 second gap as well. Dilby up to P6. But he's got two very, very fresh cars in front on only 6 and 7 laps on those hards as well. So going to be interesting. Yes, Connor and Uncle Morty come together. More drama. Milano is now having a little bit of a battle with Romeo and Kenobi. We're seeing a lot of things happening now as Romeo and Kenobi goes around the outside. Milano goes around the inside and gets the move done. Thank you very much. Into P9. Look at some of these penalties now we're seeing. 3 for Uncle Morty, 3 for Milano, 6 for Romeo and Kenobi, 3 for DY, and 3 for Chevy Wolves. We are seeing battles going on here. Uncle Morty 7.5 tenths will jump on board this. He has got Dilby full company. He is on a lot fresher tyres as well, so he should be able to bring him in here. We can see Dilby's lost 2.8 seconds to TMT at the moment. He goes a little bit wide there. He get another penalty. He's got to be careful. Dilby in a great position as well. 17 lap hards, though, against Uncle Morty's 12 and TMT 7. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting. It is the battle of the tyres at the moment. But yeah, Alpine dive bombs go crazy. Bit of drama there for Mercedes and the Alpine tonight. And now Connor is in. 21 laps on the mediums and he is in. So that will be hards, and will that be at the end of the race? We'll have to wait and see. No safety car. I don't think we had a safety car yet, have we? No, we haven't, I don't think. So let's look at some of the fuel. It was the biggest thing yesterday with the fuel gauges. And let's have a look there. We've got moves going on at the back. So we've got Kaus. He's all good for fuel. Everyone else is all good. Oh, Milano. Yellow light. He's the only one at the moment on that fuel light. So keep an eye on that, ladies and gentlemen. Krojak, 3 second time penalty. And he is now only 5.8 seconds back to Chevy Wills, but is on those mediums. And I reckon we'll see him pit as well. Connor now in P13. He is now 53 seconds from the leader. That is a massive amount of time as well. So there's Connor coming into sector 2, and Kaus is now just coming into sector 1. So he is nearly at the stage of being lapped. So interesting. This is going to be interesting here. So I don't think he will, but yeah, strategy has been a bit of an interesting one tonight for a few of these guys, but we'll keep going on. Uncle Morty, we'll jump on board with him at the moment. Give you a little bit of a hot lap on Uncle Morty. As we're just about to finish off, excuse me, on Uncle Morty's lap here that we've done and on board as well. 39 laps coming up to 40. So we have got 30 laps remaining in this race. Well, no, it's not. It's actually still 39. I thought it was 40. My apologies. So we have noticed, though, that Chevy Wolves, since he was been getting into this race, he's got that 3-second time penalty. He has brought down the gap to Kaus to 1.3, 21 to 18. He looks a little bit quicker in on this, well, maybe on this lap. Now you can see 1.3 Kaus out in front on those 18 lap hards. So we could see a change for the lead as well, which would be very exciting to see. Krojak 6.3 seconds back, but he is... Why is Chevy locked in the race? Well, I think he is. He is definitely locked in. You can definitely tell that. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. Got Kaus 1.5 now, so he is losing a little bit of time to him, but he is gaining it in some areas as well. Krojak 6 seconds back. Was 5.8, I think, before. Now 6.1, so he's losing a little bit of time. Is he losing time to Sorokin? Yes, he is. So we'll wait and see. Krojak goes round again on lap number 40 here. So 40, 50, 60, 70, 30 laps to go of this race, and we have seen a lot of things change up the field. And Patrick, mate, if you want to jump in the comms, mate, feel free to have a chat. Jump in, redeem a thing. Redeem a interview request or a surprise interview. We can have a chat about last night. Can talk to you on comms or anyone else that feels free that's in the chat tonight. We've got Patrick, we've got Sick Party. Obviously, I think Nishka's busy engineering. So, yeah, anyone want to jump in, let me know. We've got 30 laps of racing remaining. Chevy Wolves now 1 second back from Kaus. And he's now 8.5 tenths. So he is definitely reining him in as well. So let's have a look here. We've got different ERS there, 29.30. So very, very similar on the ERS management as well. A little bit further down, Krojak 6.4, but Sorokin is railing him in as well. We could see a 1-2 Williams tonight, or even a double podium, or wherever, 1-3, 2-3, wherever. We have to wait and see. A lot of laps still to go, and going to be interesting as well. Kaus into the pits on 20 lap hards. Interesting. Chevy Wolves has done the same. Interesting as well. Krojak has continued on those 23 lap mediums. Interesting. I can't use space. Well, you're free. If someone redeems you, mate, you can jump in. Whatever. TMT up into P3 now. Kaus jumping out into P4. Free air. And he has got Chevy Wolves and Company as well. Uncle Morty, 1.4, 17 laps though. And yeah, and there we go. We've got Woofer coming in as well. Connor will go a little bit further up. Connor is still at the moment 38 seconds back though. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the later stages of this race we'll see any other changes here now, because some of these guys are on very, very fresh tyres. Kaus will probably be looking to go to the end on those hards now. He'll definitely be looking to go on the hards now. He's got no reason to pit unless there is a safety. 4 seconds back from TNT on those 12 laps there. We've got Sorokin 11 laps as well. Could Sorokin go to the end? Probably not. No, Krojag's got to pit though. He's not going to make it. He's coming in. There you go. Called it. Where's he going to fall though? 23 laps. There you go. Sorokin passes him. They're coming into the pits. TNT will pass him as well. Where is he going to fall? Coming in. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Got his teammate there now, and he is right behind Dilby. Let's have a look. He does not want to get involved in that traffic coming down that main straight. No, he's not going to, because Milano's coming in. Krojag P6. So, and here comes Romy One Kenobi. Doesn't get the job done. And Krojag just gets out in front into P6. So there we go. That is a pretty good pit stop from Krojag. Looked like going to be the better of the Merc drivers tonight, as Connor's already done 5 laps on those hards, and he's 2.53. So 2.53. Oh, blimey, he is miles behind his teammates. So he's definitely going to have a lot of catching up to do. Krojag will go up to P5 though, because Uncle Morty will have to stop. He's not going to be able to go to the end. So we'll have to wait and see there. And it's going to be interesting to see what Sorokin and TNT do, because they have got 13 laps each. Kaus is on 1 lap. Chevy is on 1 lap. He's got big breathing space to Uncle Morty on those 3.8 second gap on those 18 laps as well. So Krojag could give Chevy Wolves a little bit of problems as well. But Krojag currently is 18 seconds behind the leader. So there is a long way to go in this race yet, ladies and gentlemen. Gaps are all over the place now. We're not really seeing any battles. Closest battle is Chevy Wolves to Kaus. So we'll jump on board with the Red Bull driver and see how he goes on this lap. It's probably because you're on a phone, Patrick. Well, there you go. Chevy Wolves have done a flying lap with him, and he has pulled in 5.5 temps to Kaus now in the DRS. So let's wait and see what's going to happen here, because this is the closest battle we have on track, and this is for a podium spot. Kaus knows that Chevy Wolves does have that penalty. Will it be removed? I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see. It could be a track limit one, so maybe not. But Kaus is coming under pressure now from Chevy Wolves from the Red Bull. We've also got no other battles going on at the moment, so we will stay on board this battle to see how we go. Let's look at some position changes while we're on board that. Obviously, Sorokin and TNT staying where they are. Cal's making up 1, Chevy making up 2, Uncle Morty losing 2. He's been in the wars tonight. Krojag making up 3. Romy One Kenobi doing a better job tonight than his TP and teammates. So great job to him, making up 3. D-White staying where he is. Dilby making up 2. Connor losing 5. He's not had the night tonight. Woofer gaining 1. Paul and Hell gaining 4. Shining Storm staying where he is. And good drive from him as well. Milano losing 7. And Risen staying where he is at the moment. So, a few position changes. But Chevy Wolves is looking punchy. And he is looking ready to pounce. The question is, can he pounce? Can he get the move done? And then can he then start getting closer, because these guys are looking at a really good position there. As Chevy Walls looks for it, doesn't make the move. They're reining in TMT, and these guys at the front have to stop. So have they got this strategy wrong? That's going to be the question. That is going to be the biggest question. Have they got the strategy wrong or not? They've got another set of hards. We'll have to wait and see. Nah, let them cook. I can jump in for a quick chat. Yep, Maz, maybe soon. Myself. Yep, we'll just have to wait and see. If anyone redeems you, you can jump in and have a surprise interview, whatever. So if anyone's got any points and want to hear what Patrick's got to say, or Marzi, then feel free to jump into the comms box at the moment. As I did say, this is the closest battle we've got between Chevy and Cows. Chevy knocking it down to 9.5 tenths, but Cows is reining in TMT now, 1.2, and looks like we are going to have about a three-way DRS train as well. They aren't stopping, one stop. Interesting. 15 laps, 16 laps, lap 45 out of 70. Still a long way to go in this race. We are past the halfway stage now. But Chevy Wolves, 5.5 tenths. He's got the DRS. Can he get a move done on that Williams driver into turn one? He really wants to think about it, because he does not want to be battling TMT and be behind as they're getting closer and closer. Kaus is getting closer to him as well. We're going to jump on board with Kaus now, because he's going to get closer to TMT as well. As TMT is only 1 point, well, he's literally just under a second soon, but he's on 17 lap hards. Question is, how far is he going to fall? We've then got Dilby and D White there. Is D White on those 13 laps, and Dilby up into P8 now, so he'll get the move done. And Dilby is definitely ready to pounce. We've got a move going on here. Someone's in the yellows. What's happened here? Oh, something's happened. I'm trying to find out where it's happened. Chevy Walls, Cows, TMT. What's happened? Someone. No, there was yellow somewhere. I was just trying to work out where that was. I think it was Risen, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Risen getting out of the way. There we go. Kaus, 1 second. Chevy Wolves, 4.4. If Kaus loses the DRS, he's going to come under extreme pressure from Chevy Wolves. Chevy Wolves gets a little bit wrong there. Loses 3 tenths on that last corner. Kaus is in the DRS. Let's have a look. Is he in the DRS? Yes, he is in the DRS. Chevy Wolves is in the DRS, but he's got a lot more battery. And that now brings into a three-way fight between Chevy, Kaus and TMT. They do not want to be messing around, because Krojag is on the hunt for Uncle Morty, and Uncle Morty is trying on the hunt for Chevy Wolves, but he's on 23 lap hards, and he's definitely going to have to push. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. TMT, it's all on you now. Kaus will jump on board with Kaus for a flyer and see what happens. We've got yellows as well, and it looks like that is... No? Who is that? That's Krojag. Krojag had the yellows there. So has he gone past Risen as well? I don't know. No. This car looks filthy. We're going to jump on board with Kaus again, because I was just seeing yellows there as well. So it must be Risen that must be in the way, but we'll have to wait and see. So keep an eye out on this battle. Ooh, Rami 1 can only be getting 3-second time penalty in that, and P7 at the moment. Kaus now on the DRS of not on Chevy Wolves, sorry, on TMT. Chevy Wolves on the DRS of Kaus, and it is all going on. Kaus is about to try and make a move. Does he get the move done? He needs to get the move. He does not want to be stuck behind this car on 19 laps. Let's have a look. Does he get closer? Does he get the move? We've seen a lot of people go side by side into turn 2. No. Kaus stays there. Chevy stays in behind as well. 10 seconds to Uncle Morty. They're not losing much time. Well, they are losing a little bit, but not much. Kaus has to fight another day. 19 laps to TMT. TMT is 4.5 seconds to Sorokin, and they are bringing in that gap down as well. This is getting very interesting. A little bit further down, we've got D White, 15 lap mediums. Only car on medium compound tyres on lap 48 out of 70. 3.3 seconds behind D White. Sorry, Dilby on 7 laps. Dilby is in probably one of the best positions. He's on 7 lap hards, and I reckon he'll definitely be able to go to the end here. and he has got a guy in front that needs to pit, another guy that needs to pit, and maybe P1 and P2 may have to pit, or they could come unstuck. This is going to be very interesting how this race is going to finish. Dilby is actually only 26 seconds behind the leader, which is not that much compared to how many laps are going. So interesting stats, interesting things you're going to see here, how this race is going to finish at the moment. You're thinking it could be the front three. Kaus goes for the move on TNT, gets it, and then so does Chevy Wills, tries to go around the outside. He needs to get the move done as well. Chevy Wills, has he got better traction? Chevy Wills, no! TNT holds his position in that P3. Chevy Wills is trying to do everything he can. He's gone very wide there in the corner, and he'll have to fight another day, but he cannot mess around. He needs to get the move done on TNT because his battle is with Kaus. They are both on the same amount of tyres, and we've got Dilby and Romeo and Kenobi. Dilby can't get past Romeo and Kenobi. And Romeo and Kenobi is holding up the Red Bull as well. And Dilby is right behind. We're going to jump on board with Dilby now. As Dilby to see if he can get the move done on Romeo and Kenobi. 49 laps out of 70. And Connor, 5.5 tenths behind D White. Will only be 5 seconds to Dilby as well. So he is really pushing it. He's on 12 lap hards as well. Older tyres than the guys out in front as well. So it could be an interesting battle going on there. Is Chevy Wills still trying to get closer to TNT. We've got Dilby. Can he get the move done on Romeo and Kenobi? He'll probably just wait for the right moment on that McLaren. Oh no, he's hit the side of Dilby, but he's lost it. And has he got into the wall badly? Let's have a look. Romeo and Kenobi is, no, he's okay. Oh, he's lost the front wing though. He's lost the front wing. And, yeah, he's had a bit of an incident there. Dilby's through. Uncle Morty's into the pits. Krojak up to P5 now. Chevy Wills has got TNT, and he's 1.1 seconds back from Kaus. He does have that penalty as well. Dilby up at a P7, D White P8, Connor P9, Romeo and Kenobi had to come in as well. Really unfortunate there. That was unfortunate. He lost it on his own. Dilby just managed to avoid it, but he has got damage to the front left. Can he continue and go to the end of this race? That's going to be the question. He's in good position. Krojak has a penalty on 3. He's 8 seconds back, but they're on the same tyres. That's going to be an interesting one there. It's 1 stop difference between them. So Dilby, just pedal to the metal, mate, and concentrate. Let's go back on board with Chevy Wills. Chevy Wills getting back in onto the barrel of Kaus. Can he get into the DRS of Kaus? 9.5 tenths. This race has really thrown so many spanners in the works of it now. Well, I'm going to have to wait and see what's going to happen. But they're reining in Sorokin as well. 3.3, 20 lap on those hards. Connor is only 4.5 tenths behind D White, but D White is 6 seconds back from Dilby, and he does have a bit of fresh air as well with those 9 lap hards. Chevy Wills going a little bit too wide there, trying to hold on to the back of Kaus, but you can see TNT dropped 2.1 seconds, nearly out. 1 more second and he's out the penalty, and Chevy Wills has that P3 in the bag as it stands. But do not underestimate Krojak. 11 seconds back from TNT, does have that penalty, so that's about 14 seconds, 13, 14 seconds at the moment. We'll have to wait and see from there. If someone redeems it, it would be better. I don't want to just invite people in, but on this occasion, Mars, why not? Jump in, Mars, if you want to jump in. We'll have a quick chat. You can probably give us a little bit of a heads up. Leaking confidential info. I'm a commentator. How can I leak confidential information? We've got Kaus and Sorokin, P1 and P2 there as well. Still, it's been a fantastic night for Williams. Chevy Wills, though, is right on the back of Kaus. Does he get the move done? Let's have a look. DRS enabled. Chevy Wills has driven a fantastic race tonight. We'll jump on board with this chat in a second. Chevy ready to pounce, make a move. Does he move to the right? Oh, he does not get turn 1 correct. Incident happened at the back there. Looks like it. No, we've got yellows, but I don't know what's happened there. And Chevy has to fight another day. Marzi, thank you very much for jumping in and keeping me a little bit of company for probably 5 minutes. How are you?
It's fun. I've been trying to do it do the same myself, try to keep myself awake while doing charges and doing numbers.
Well, actually, a few questions. The race in itself is really thrown up and down, isn't it? We've seen a really dominant performance from the Williams tonight, but we're looking at the Williams tyres, and obviously Sorokin's on 22, Kaus is on 11. Looks like Chevy Wall's battle is with Kaus to the end of this race, so we're going to have to wait and see. We saw a little bit of an incident there as well with Dilby and the McLaren. Dilby's probably going to have to watch out for Connor. Connor's probably the one to watch out for now. How you thinking what Chevy's got to do against Kaus in the next 2 or 3 laps? He's going to get closer to DRS again. He needs to try and clear him as soon as possible, doesn't he? Because he does have that 3-second penalty.
Yeah, that's really caused a little bit issue since it's like mid race, like in the middle stint, and that's kind of a little bit of concerning because he's on the limit. I know he's a fast driver, but I mean more penalties means less chance. So right now we're just reeling in Sorokin right now because he's on a 1-stop, and historically proven 1-stop doesn't really work that well here against 2-stoppers. As you can see now, they're just getting reeled in. And now Chevy, my idea is Chevy's just going to be waiting a little bit patiently once they got to, let's say, got past Sorokin, because let's be honest, Sorokin is like, either he's going to be defending really hard or he's just going to be a free pass here.
Yeah, definitely. What's the situation with Dilby with the front wing damage? Sorry, we just got a nice little battle going on here between Connor and Uncle Morty. Connor making it very difficult for Uncle Morty, but Uncle Morty does get the job done. There we go. We'll have to wait and see. Money man of ads. We've got Dilby. If you complain about the ads, mate, subscribe. That's all I'm going to say. Dilby with that damage as well. We're seeing Uncle Morty and Connor having a nice little battle, which is throwing them off a little bit. Dilby is sort of gaining and then losing time, but with that damage, is that going to hurt? Are they looking for a safety car situation, do you think, most of the drivers, or do you think it's just going to continue now?
So far now, the plan is to continue unless there's like a late safety car-ish. And as we see TMTs go into the pits. That's interesting call.
Yeah, I don't think he was ever going to make it to the end on those hards, and 25 laps as well. We've got 54 laps out of 70 as well, so going to be very interesting. This top 5 is quite interesting, isn't it? Especially looking at Sorokin on 24 laps. You've got Kaus in P2, you've got Chevy in P3, Krojak P4, Dilby in P5, and TMT in P6, all on basically tyres that probably can go to the end there now. And when Sorokin decides to pit, he's going to fall way down the order as well, or maybe even fall down around about P5. So, massive opportunity here for some big points for the 2 Red Bull drivers as well.
Yep. I mean, Sorokin, he has the option to pit now, but the problem is he's going to fall on Krojak, which is known to be a very tough driver on defending and all that stuff. He's a good driver, I'll admit him that. And passing Krojak, well, it's like the most difficult thing to do other than passing TMT here.
Yeah, definitely. And this is definitely not helping Chevy. He needs to get the move done. Let's just see if he gets this move done before we say, put you back to where you are. Let's have a look. He's coming around the corner now. 3.5 tenths, 4 tenths. He needs to get the move done. He cannot mess around. He needs to get the move done. Can he get the move? He moves over to the right. He takes that side of the line. You really want to be holding that where Kaus is. He's tried to hold his line. Kaus has lost traction, and Chevy up into P2. Great place for you to leave, Mazzy. Thank you very much. I'll let you go back to it. One thing I'm going to say before you go, though, do you think this race is still a few twists and turns? We're on that 55 out of 70. Do you think this order can still change, this top 5 or top 6?
Oh yeah, it's like far from over. Now TMT into the box. I mean, I was worried about like Morty a little bit for Dilby, but now it's like a little bit cleared, but now TMT is going to be a real threat to making Dilby the P5, making it a little bit vulnerable here. So,
yeah, definitely.
I'll keep you posted. Right.
Cheers, Mazzy. Thanks for jumping in, mate. Appreciate it.
Yep. Have a nice evening.
You too, man. You too. All right, we're going to jump back on board. Thanks for Marzi for jumping in. Obviously, engineering Red Bulls tonight. Didn't want to talk too much about it, but Chevy Walls has got the job done now. Now the question is, can he push on and try and lose Kaus on those 14 laps with that 3-second hanging over him as well? It's going to be very interesting to see what happens, because Sorokin is on 1.7 seconds as well, and they're bringing him in 14 laps to 25, and I reckon these guys will be going to the end. I don't think they'll be pitting yet again unless we do see Burt Myland out on the track, but Kels is going to come back at it and decides not to. He was getting some really good overspeed there, and he looked to make the move, but doesn't get the job done, and Chevy stays in that P2 position at the moment. Let's have a look at this, though, because Dilby on 14 laps with that damage as well, and TMT on those 2-lap hards. So he is going to be one to watch out for as well. No penalties, but he does have 24 seconds to the leader on that 56 out of 70. That's going to be a worry when it gets to 60. So we'll have to see what happens with TMT later on. A little bit further down, we've got Uncle Morty. Not the night he's had. He's been in the wars by a few cars, so I'm sure we're going to see some interesting tickets. Connor has really tried his best, but just has not worked out for him tonight. And he's on 19 laps, so he's definitely going to be out the top 5 unless something drastically happens in the closing stages. Woofer as well. He's got a big opportunity to catch Connor. Obviously on fresher tyres. So is Paul and Hell. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. D White, though, maybe going the longest on those tyres is maybe not helped, but we'll have to wait and see. Anything could happen. Milano, really unfortunate with the AI. Hopefully, is he back in? Let's just double check. Is Milano back in? Yes, he is, yeah. And he's still got that yellow light as well, which is a little bit of a drama. No safety car yet here. Shining Swarm, done a great job so far from basically last 2P14, just keeping at it, scoring good points. Resin, same for him as well. Back up to the front. Kaus is still 5.5 tenths behind Chevy Wolves. Patrick, will you be coming into the chat, my friend? That's what I want to know. Got some comments coming into the chat. SJ, you're a funny guy. I hope SJ's enjoying getting influence. No, it's nothing to do about that. How about skip ads? Tough. Can we check everyone's fuel? Yes, we surely can, mate. We surely can. Let's jump on board and have a look at everyone's fuel. Milano is the only one with yellow light fuel. And Shining Swarm. So, interesting to see. 2 cars could run out of fuel in this race. We have seen a lot happen in the space of 2 days with Division 2 and Division 4 with the fuel light issues here at Hungary, as well as someone looked like we're going very slow there. It might have been Sorokin. His tyres maybe really starting to hurt. Chevy Wolves on 16 laps. Kaus on 16 laps, and Chevy is really trying to push and get away from Kaus, but he's still in the DRS. Kaus is getting closer to Chevy Wolves, but Chevy Wolves is getting closer to Kaus's teammate at the moment. 3 seconds will only move Chevy down into P3 as it stands at the moment, because Krojak is 12 seconds back from Kaus, but does have that 3-second time penalty, as there are your penalties at the moment. 3 for Chevy, 3 for Krojak, 3 for Uncle Morty, 3 for D White, 3 for Milano. Moves going on here. We've got Dilby and TMT, and TMT has got the job done on Dilby, as Dilby does have that front wing damage, and he's just got to try and stay with him and do as much as he can. It's going to be a hard ask, but TNT is on very, very fresh tyres. 7.5 seconds to Krojak, and I reckon he will start to reel him in very, very quickly. We'll have to wait and see. Uncle Morty on 3 as well, D White 3, Milano 3, Rolling One Kenobi on 9, and Ryzen on 3 as well. Let's go back to the tyres there. 28 laps rocking on those hards, and now Chevy Wolves is in the DRS, and this will be very interesting to see what Williams do here. Will they try and slow the Red Bull driver down so Kaus can get back out in front? We're going to jump on board Chevy Wolves here. Can he get the move done on Sorokin into turn 1? He does not want to be messing around. Sorokin looks like he is struggling. Straight line speed all the way down the main straight. Let's have a look. Can Chevy Wolves do it? He's slowing right down. Chevy Wolves has got to go for the move. Yes, he does. Holder's line. He's got a bit too deep. It's got a bit too deep. We've got yellows as well. Something's happened at the back, and that has yellows, but I'm not seeing any safety car. Romy One Kenobi's gone off. Has there been an incident there? Has he got serious damage? Chevy Wolves is in P1 at the moment. Romy One Kenobi's gone. Romy One Kenobi is out of this race, and here come the leaders. Chevy Wolves has come around the final corner. Will he be able to see it? We're not seeing no safety car, and Romy One Kenobi is out of this race. What has happened there? Let's have a look. We're coming around into the final. Has it been a retirement on track? Let's have a look. That's a retirement on track. That is a retirement on track. Lap 59. Will breach. Retirement on track. Oh, that is so unfortunate to see that from the McLaren, because he was in the points. Down to 2 now, into 14. There we go. That's a simple pen there. Really unfortunate for Ron Kenobi, unless he's had some issues. We'll have to wait and see what the stewards say when that ticket goes in. But Chevy Wolves is now 1.9 seconds out in front. He's pulled the gap on Kaus. Sorokin's on 30 laps, and he's on 30 lap hards, and he's got Krojak 9.5 seconds back in that P4 position, but TMT 6.5. Dilby 1.9, Uncle Morty 1.9 behind him. Then it's 14 seconds to Connor. 10 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. Can Chevy Wolves pull a 2-second gap to Kaus in 10 laps? That's going to be the question. 1.5, Sorokin 1.4, but he's on 30 laps. Kaus 1.5, and he's already out the DRS zone. This is going to be an interesting race, and very interesting as well. TMT, is he going to be able to do it? But he is literally 18 seconds on the leader. I don't think he's going to do it. I think this is too far. I think it's too far gone. Interesting. It's really going to be interesting now with the gaps, because there's no gaps. So, Patrick, if you're still here, mate, and you want to jump in, let me know, my friend. I'll tag you now just to see if you're still there. Right, we've got some messages coming through. Sorokin needs a 1.20 in these 30 lap hards, like every lap now, or else he's in risk of losing it to Krojak. Oh, Marzi coming with the stats, love it. Kaus has pulled that down to a second. And, well, it looks like Chevy Wolves could end up finishing P2 here because of that 3 seconds, but we'll have to wait and see. Kaus has got P1 in the bag. He just needs to stay with Chevy Wolves for 9 laps. That's going to be the question. But TMT is reining in Krojak very, very fast. 5.8. And I don't think he's going to do it. I think Krojak's going to lose that. And Dilby is on those 20 laps as well. And he's got to be careful because Uncle Morty is reining him in. So we've still got battles going on here. And we're going to jump on board with Uncle Morty because he's about to get involved in this. And that damage Dilby is really hurting. So let's see what happens here. I will be happy to jump into Gub if you like. Yeah, mate, feel free. Feel free if you want to just jump in, have a quick chat, no problem. I'm on my own, so we've got 9 laps to go. Feel free to jump in, we'll have a quick chat. We'll talk about your 2 drivers tonight, talk about your race, and then we can see what you think of this race as well. 9 laps to go. Kaus, 9.5 attempts, really trying to stay within the DRS of Chevy Wolves at the moment. Looks like he's going to be able to do it coming around into the final corner, or has he? Let's have a look to see if he's done it or not. No, he hasn't. Chevy Wolves has managed to pull the DRS, and I'm seeing a yellow flashing. Oh, this could be some more drama. We're going to jump on board with some of these guys in a minute because their lights are flashing. So they're going to have to lift and coast, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But Kaus is trying his hardest to hold on to Chevy Wolves. But let's go on board again with some telemetry and let's look at some fuel. Chevy Wolves looking good. Kaus is flashing. It's going on and off, on and off. So we'll just keep on board with him at the moment. It was coming up. There it is. There you go again. So it's coming up again. Sorokin, he looks pretty good at the moment. He's in control. Krojak, he looks pretty good. No flashing at the moment. TMT looks pretty good. Dilby looks pretty good, but he's coming under extreme pressure from Uncle Morty now on those mediums. 12-lap mediums against 21-lap hards. Connor, he is not flashing. Good to see. We've got Woofer not flashing. We've got Paul and Hell. No. D White, no. Milano is. Shiny is. So 3 cars keep flashing at the moment. Well, we've got 2 cars flashing and 1 that keeps going on and off. So we'll have to wait and see. Jump in, Com, if you're there, mate, jump in. If you're there, jump in, mate. Ooh, can't spell. Here we go. All right. 1.2. To Kaus to Chevy Wolves, and I think he could end up losing it because he is flashing. So this could be very interesting. Move that back off there again, so we'll take that off and we'll jump back on that about lap 65 moment. We've got United in. Oh, we've got more drama here. What's happened here? Dilby and Uncle Morty. Someone's come together. It's Uncle Morty again. He's lost another front wing. And actually, we've got someone else that's jumped in. And we've got two people jumping in. So we've got more drama here. And I'm going to go first to the first person. Patrick, good evening.
Good evening, Gov. How are you? How is everyone?
I'm good, mate. How are you? Thanks for jumping in, keeping me in company. How do you feel about last night? Are you still celebrating in the hours?
Yeah, no, I had a good day today, mate. Yeah, it's been good. Nice to get the first win under the belt for sure.
Yeah, and it could be two in 2 nights in a row, which would be absolutely fantastic at the moment. Chevy Wills leading the way, does have that penalty, 1.8. We have seen Kaus. He has been flashing that fuel light, and it is now on. And it's on again. It's on and off again. He's having to probably coast. Sorokin is not going to catch Chevy Wills on those laps. Do we see Chevy Wills winning the Hungarian Grand Prix here?
Absolutely, we do. He's in a commanding position. He's got the tyre offset, probably what he needs to over Sorokin. Kaus with the fuel dramas. Hopefully, we see Chevy. Well, actually, I can't be biased now as a commentator, but he's put in a solid performance so far. Can I get what is his penalties?
3.
3. Okay, so he does need to extend that gap a little bit, but with 6 laps to go, we'll see what he can do.
Yeah, Kaus is struggling. Kaus is really struggling with that fuel as well, and Sorokin is, well, could Sorokin be at puncture territory? That could be another one interesting here. We've seen a lot of things happen at Hungary with no fuel and cars finishing, and let's talk about the race in itself. Oh, Uncle Morty gone wide. It has been a very interesting race, hasn't it? From obviously Mercedes looking like they could be not in risk of puncture. Okay, cool. Thank you very much for that, Marzi, stats man. We've seen, Mercedes were in pretty good position. Krojak looks like he's going to lose that P4 to TMT. Connor has not been able to make his way up through the pack. We've had drama. There's been so much happening. We've got 5 laps to go. We're still within the safety car distance as well. What's your thoughts to the race so far?
It's been an interesting one, that's for sure. From bits that I've tuned in for, there's always been something going on. As we see Milano now pick up a 3 second. It's been no short of drama. It never is in Div5. There's always something going on. So definitely been a very exciting race to watch as a fan.
Definitely. Kaus's light has gone. It has disappeared again. Let's go a little bit further through the order again. There's a few. There we go. We've got Milano's lights on. We've got Shining's lights on. Kaus's light, is that coming back on? No. He's trying to bring the gap down, but it's 3 seconds. Chevy has cleared the penalty gap for the time being. So let's have to wait and see. We'll jump back off the telemetry again. First of all, talk about last night. How was it for you? Was it grueling? Did you find it difficult? Is it a challenge at 100%, as you do have Belgium as the last one to do of the season?
100%, yeah, definitely a tricky one to set up for. It's a long race. With ours as well, not a safety car until lap 60, so it made for almost an hour and a half of straight racing, which, it's no easy feat. So credit to the drivers out here tonight and the rest of the divisions for these 100% races. Hungary, plenty of corners to go wrong. So, yeah, everyone's doing a really good effort out there tonight.
Definitely. And now I'll ask you one more question before I let you go. Is your name in the running for the Division 4 Championship?
Look, we're just gonna wait and see. We know what Quicksilver's capable of. And it was unfortunate last night not to pick up a better result in the end. He led the whole way. He was clearly the quickest driver out there. But look, all we got to do is be consistent. As Mitch and I was last night, we pick up some good points. So yeah, I mean, there's still a long season to go. So really looking forward to the battles ahead.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you jumping in. Dilby getting a 3-second time penalty. That is, let's have a look at the moment. He's on the same path as Uncle Morty. Patrick, thank you very much. Well done once again as being my teammate for the win. Absolutely fantastic. Look forward to seeing what you can do in guitar. I will not be anywhere near you at that track because I absolutely hate it with a passion. So P15, I'll still try and get points as I always do. But thanks for jumping on. Well done yesterday. And also congratulations on your first win of the season. That is a big big accolade to have. It changes your
Thank you,
momentum,
mate.
changes you as a driver as well, and I'm sure there is more to come. That is not going to be your only one this season, I'm sure of it.
Thank you, mate. Good luck with the rest of the comms.
Cheers, mate. No problem. We've got one more guy in here for a quick chat. Obviously, difficult night last night. Difficult night tonight for Milano and the Ryzen. Milano looked like he was in a really good position earlier on, but then lost connection and then was in a bad accident with Uncle Morty. We did speak to Symphonic earlier on. Team of the week. Don't think it'll be team of the week this week, mate.
No, unfortunately, with me and Milano last night, and seeing Milano racing tonight, it's a bit of a not a good time for us two divisions, but thank God Hungary though myself, because as you know how much I hate that circuit with a burning passion, and just happy to move on to guitar.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop you off there a minute. I'll come back to you in a sec. We're on lap 67 out of 17. We saw a little bit of a yellow flag going on there. TMT has got right to the back of Krojag, and at the moment he is looking at the P4. More drama here though. Chevy has cleared the gap by a second at the moment to Kaus. I'm going to jump back on board quickly just to see if that light's back on again. No, it's not. Is anyone else's? Yellow there for Milano. Yellow there for Ryzen. Krojag has lost out to TMT. Question to you, Com. Are we going to see Milano run out of fuel?
I don't know, to be honest. It happened the last night with myself, until that safety car came around. On lap 61, I was down by 2 laps and gained it all back to just try and get to the end. But it's very difficult, especially around this circuit, that the fuel can just burn so quickly compared to some other circuits. So we will see what happens with Milano and Risen if they do run out of fuel.
Just inviting Paul and Hell back in. We've just lost him in the last couple of laps, which is unfortunate down there in P11. Going into guitar next week, you feeling confident? You obviously had a fantastic week in Jeddah as the whole team. How are you feeling going into next week in guitar?
Guitar has a lot of a better circuit for myself when it comes to driving it for myself than Hungary, so I'm hoping for a little bit of a better result. And still, I'm not expecting anything too crazy since guitar is one of my weaker circuits, but it's a lot better than what it was last night at Hungary. Hungary is obviously a track where I've been racing a lot recently, and I'm just happy to just see the review mirror of that circuit and just move on to the second half of the season where most of the tracks I feel really confident on, but guitar is going to be a 50-50. It's just going to depend on the practice I do this week, the practice that I do with Symphonic and all of the boys in the VCAR VC, and be able to get some of the points and hopefully another team of the week, maybe in guitar.
All right, well, thank you very much, Com. I'm going to cut you off now because we've got one more lap of racing to go, and we've got more drama because Sorokin has dropped from P3 to P4. CMT has got Krojag and Sorokin is now into P3, 2.2 seconds. Will he catch Kaus in the closing stages of this race? We could still be TMT going up into P2. We'll have to wait and see. But thank you very much for jumping in, and I wish you all the best in guitar next week.
Thank you, Gov.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 69 laps out of 70. I cannot believe I've managed to do it. Kaus is 5 seconds back from Chevy Wolves as well. And I'm looking at fuel. I'm looking at everything. He's tried to save everything, and that may have really hurt him. And here we go. We're on the final lap here. Chevy Wolves is in control. And we've got yellows. Milano has run out of fuel. There we go. That has happened, ladies and gentlemen. He is done, and he's got 10 seconds, and he has run out of fuel. 16 seconds of pens. I think Shining Swarm could be the next one. Is anyone else going to run out of fuel? We're seeing Kaus. Kaus is low on fuel as well now. Will Kaus be able to get to the final part? Because TMT is flying. Kaus could be in serious trouble here. This could be absolute scenes here. Chevy Wolves is coming around. We've got a car right at the back. That's Milano. He has run out of fuel. Chevy Wolves has come around. Kaus is flashing red. TMT is getting closer. 7.5 teams. Chevy, you can see the yellows. This is going to be a bit of drama because Milano is going to be in the way of Chevy Wolves when he comes around the corner. So hopefully he gets out of the way, because here comes Chevy Wolves and here comes Milano. Milano is trying to tiptoe around to the final. Kaus is still flashing red. TMT is all over the back of him. Can he get it? Kaus is still, he's lost out the back. He's lost the back. TMT goes for the move on the right. Does he get the move? Chevy Wolves wins the Grand Prix. TMT just misses out there, and Kaus holds on to P2 by the skin of his teeth. Oh my days, he definitely runs out of fuel there. Sorokin into P4, Krojak into P5. Dilby holds on to that P6. Uncle Morty, does O'Connor get Uncle Morty? Yes, he is going to get him, because he's only 4.4 seconds back to Uncle Morty as well. Absolute scenes here at the end of this race. Uncle Morty, he's been in the wars tonight in that P7 position, finishing the race with a right front wing as well. Connor coming around the corner will take that P7 as well. Not probably the race he wants, but Mercedes will be happy with a P5 and a P7 in the end there. So great job from them. Uncle Morty down into P8. D White crossing the line into P9. Woofer in P10 and Paul and Hell in P11 as well. And Shining Swarm finishes up in P12. Risen finishes in P14. Shining Swarm gets round as well. What a drama. What a last lap. We had it done before between them, and we've had it done again. And well, I'm looking very, very forward to these interviews and these conversations at the end of this race. But what a race. And Chevy Wolves holding on right at the end and getting that P1 away from the two Williams drivers, Sorokin and Kaus as well. So great job from Chevy Wolves. Red Bull 1-2 in 2 nights. They'll be over the moon with that. TMT, what a drive from him as well. And Kaus managing to hold on to that P2 position. TMT, yet again, consistent this season into that P3. Who got driver of the day? We'll have to wait and see. Oh my God, that was some insane racing. And I did not lose my voice. It's even better. What a race. What a race. Who got driver of the day? Let's have a look. Driver of the day goes to Dilby. So double Red Bull coming in to the chat, which is good to see. So there we go. Right, get those guys to jump into the comms box. But there you go. Race winner Chevy Wolves. Fastest lap TMT gets the extra point. Driver of the day Dilby. Fantastic. Most overtakes Krojak. Cleanest driver Woofer gets the extra point. Chevy Wolves takes out the win. Then Kaus in P2, TMT in P3. Sorokin, then Krojak, Dilby, Connor, Uncle Morty, D White, Woofer, Paul and Hell, Shining Swarm, Milano, Risen, Romeo and Kenobi out. Vroom's out as well. I think they're both under investigation as well. So interesting for the stewards. But what a night of racing that was. We'll jump on board and get on to some interviews in a second, and just waiting for my computer to sort itself out. Wait for these guys to jump into the chat. We've got one at the moment. We're just waiting for the other two. Chevy Wolves and Mars. Mars looks like he wants to maybe have a conversation of the engineering. We've got Darren as well. We're just waiting on TMT. So there we go. They're all in. They're all in. We're not going to hold them up for long because they've just done 70 laps around here of Hungary. So wow, what an end. What an end. Climax end there at the end, and could have definitely gone any other way. So I'm just waiting for my computer to sort itself out, and then we'll get on board with some interviews. There we go. We'll go back to this one. Actually, no, we won't. Well, no, we won't. We'll do the normal one. We'll go back to the normal one, and we'll do the showroom for change, because we normally just go to the normal graphic. So thank you very much, everyone tuning in. VCal going to have to go and eco that fuel now. One more race in Hungary. Comms, one more race. Yeah, I don't know why people don't like Hungary. I think it's been fantastic. Some of the battles we've had here, and concentration has to be key. So I'm going to change this because obviously they'll be raced in a white Red Bull. Anyway, we've got a few people coming in as well. Might be a few more chats, but we'll have to wait and see. But this interview, top 3 plus driver of the day. Right, first up, Dilby. Thank you very much for jumping in. You have been given driver of the day. Tell me what your thoughts were of 70 laps around Hungary.
Stressful. My ankle's sore, my wrist is sore, my back's sore. Too long, too dreadful.
Yeah, I think. Well, first of all, we'll do it from step by step by step. Obviously, qualifying. I'm sure you're not happy about your qualifying. I'm sure you know that you can do a lot better than that. And I think that was probably where the race started for you. Obviously, falling down into P10, not being able to get out again. And I think you're invalidated as well. So talk to us about your quality and then go into your race.
Yeah, I set a banker just knowing that I just wanted to get a time on the board, and then went out on my second lap, invalidated that, and I understood why I invalidated that. Went back in, waited to come out again, come out, gave it a run, and I'm thinking, yep, looking good. Two purple sectors, and then I got a bit wide on one of the corners, and I must have touched the line with one of my right side tyres, and it unfortunately invalidated me. So it was looking like a really good lap, but didn't eventuate. So ended up starting from P11, not ideal. Then start of the race, just had a couple little incidents, and then I got my rear right out on the grass coming around that second last corner, and from there the car just spun, and yeah, from there it was just a uphill battle, but managed to get back up in there into P6. So very appreciative of Mars today, helping out engineering. Got to give a big congratulations to my teammate for winning the race. Yeah, overall didn't start well, but finished well, same as last week.
Yeah, I think obviously tonight we saw a lot of interesting strategies. Obviously, last night there was a lot of hoo-ha about Alpines and a lot of people making, deciding to stay out, including obviously myself, and obviously a lot of people then deciding to go in later on, losing positions. We saw tonight Sorokin decided to go out on a lot more older hards, and then obviously I think it was about 36 or 37 at the end as well, and lost two positions. So there was a lot of guys in front that were on very, very old tyres. What was the key to try and stay with the rest of the pack? And obviously got that damage as well due to the spin on McLaren, which was unfortunate. I think he just hit the curb and lost traction, which then hurt you, and then you came under pressure from Uncle Morty. So there was a few things probably out of your you couldn't help. So was it just trying to score points and not get any penalties at the end?
Oh yeah, it was a matter of just trying to keep to it and get to the end of the race more than anything. After my start, whatever points I could gather from that, I was more than happy to get.
Yeah, well, congratulations on driver of the day. Obviously, you're pretty stoked. You finished a 70 lap race. That's an accolade in itself. So, pin it to the wall. You won't have to do it again until probably next season, wherever they end up. But obviously, two great nights. P1 last night for Patrick. P1 tonight with Chevy. Like Red Bull on a bit of a hunt now, aren't they? With points going into the ovals.
Yeah, very much. We've been looking strong each week, and we've just been that little bit off where we haven't been able to get there. But this week is forming up really, really well, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say too much because I am a Red Bull driver, and there is 3 of them in here, so 4, including the engineer. So I won't say too much because obviously I get called out for being biased. But honestly, great job, driver of the day. No points, obviously, for driver of the day, but still a great way to finish the race. So well done, and look forward to seeing what you can do in Qatar.
Oh, don't even say that. Don't say that word around me, please. I don't want to think about
You
it
feel the
after
same.
tonight.
Let's both go in a corner and cry together, then, yeah.
Sounds good to me. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Well done. All right, we'll jump on board, and what a battle this was at the end here. TMT. Obviously, a lot surrounding your name. You obviously had to be a bit reminded that you need to check in to race, my friend. You can't forget that. But yeah, obviously in the socials, it was like, will TNT make it? Put the graphic out, we put your name and lights and everything, and you were here. And yeah, what a race! I don't think you've ever done 100% in Hungary since you've been here. Correct?
I believe that is the first 100%er in Hungary I've done.
Will that be the last?
The only other races in Hungary I can remember doing in Rush, I don't think I've ever actually done. There was one race where I had a chance for a podium and bottled it with about 3 laps to go and finished ninth. There was another race where I finished 2 laps down in 14th.
Mhm.
And the only other race I can remember is the only race I've ever picked up a license point in any sim race. So, yeah, not exactly a track that I've notoriously done well at.
Well, to be honest with you, tonight you didn't look like in that top three at first. You dropped really earlier down in the start. We'll probably talk a little bit about that. Obviously, did a really good quali, and then you dropped further down, obviously, from the start of the race, and then later on it was then just trying to deal with obviously the traffic, and that is obviously the biggest thing here: traffic and following a car, and then making overtake, but very very difficult to make an overtake when you've got two cars that are in the DRS as well. So a lot of patience was here tonight. But just give us a little bit of a heads up of what happened on the start of the race. How come you went down from P2 to P5?
I was actually down to P6. I ended up
P6.
being in the end. What happened? What happened was I got away well, but it was Kaus was the car directly behind me in fourth, and he got an incredible start behind me, and so he ducked straight to my inside because I went to cover off. I don't remember who qualified third off the top of my head. I think it was Morty. I went to cover him off, and then looked in the mirror at the top of the screen and went, "Oh, actually, probably should have gone the other way." And then it was kind of like I was on the back of Sirotkin, car either side, and then there were kind of cars behind them. And then I made a bit of a business decision that, we got 70 laps. It's going to be an hour and a half long race. I really don't need to overfight it into turn one. And so I broke quite early, just clear myself some space, get through the corner cleanly. I knew I had a lot of time to make up the positions that I'd lose. And track limits is something that I'm known for not getting too often. And so I knew as long as I just stuck to what I am good at, then that would come in handy, which it didn't end up actually being a factor. I thought there would be a lot more track limits than there was. But no, it ended up being just a business decision, really, not to overfight, potentially get damage, or take out 4 cars as we go 5 wide into turn one. So I'd say you and the rest of the stewards would be pretty proud of that one.
Yeah, we don't want.
And then the traffic was the traffic wasn't terrible. The only time that I really got held up in any traffic was when the Ferrari retired in the pits. It came out as the AI cars do after you retire in the pits, and it gave Connor damage at turn one just before it disappeared. And I think it was me. I was on the back of Sirotkin, and I think Morty was behind me, and Sirotkin got by Connor, but then I got stuck behind him for sectors 2 and 3. And right before the last corner, Morty made an unbelievable move down the inside of the final hairpin on me, which put me back even further. And then the two of them fought quite hard through the first sector, and they made contact, which half spun Morty. And then after that, I was able to reel Connor back in and overtake him. So it was only really 2 laps worth of traffic, but I think that ended up costing me something like 6 seconds to Sirotkin, which, had I been able to just stick with him, could have been the difference between, I finished third. I was less than 2/10 off second and a second and a half off winning the race. So it could have been all the difference there. But no, the traffic wasn't too bad.
Okay. Couple more questions. Obviously, one, grueling, 70 laps. How did it feel for you?
That wasn't too bad. The joints between the second finger and my thumb are a bit sore on both hands because I have a tendency to, rather than just calmly holding the wheel, I tend to just jam my hand really hard into it. So now my hands hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it wasn't too bad, other than I've had this nagging eye issue for some reason when I race recently, that every once in a while, if I blink, one of my eyes won't open properly. And so it only ever happens when I race. And so I think there was one lap I lost about a second and a half to whoever I was chasing because I was trying to get my eye back open again and stop it from hurting. But That wasn't too bad. A little bit of eye strain, bit of sore hands, but otherwise not too bad.
Doesn't help that your car is bright green.
No, it really doesn't.
As well. Yeah, okay. Well, that's obviously it's a like I said the same thing to Delby as well. It's a accomplishment doing 100% race, especially around a track which is very technical.
I love them.
Yeah, I'm the same. Some people don't, and some people are probably a little bit scared to do them. Or a bit bored of them doing them. They just don't want to challenge themselves. And a lot that you guys have done. I know it wasn't a full grid out there tonight, but still a massive, massive achievement. Last thing I'm going to say, obviously, final lap. It was we've seen cows get into these final laps, give us really good entertainment, and we saw early on yesterday. If you tuned into Division 4, I was running 1.5 over on fuel, so I was going to be running out, unfortunately. But due to the safety car, praise the Lord, thank you very much, that changed things up, and I managed to finish the race. But tonight we saw Milano run out of fuel, but then we saw Kaus's light kept flashing. Did you have any inkling from your engineer or anyone that he was low on fuel on that last lap?
Nope, I honestly was just under the impression that it was tire delta. I knew, like, I was able to reel in once I made that pit stop with about 18 laps to go, which I was extremely torn on making, and then just last second decided I was diving in and having a crack. Because I wanted to, may as well make the end of the race interesting, because I felt like I was losing out to Crowjag. Yeah, I just thought it was a bit of tire delta because I was able to reel him in from what I think it was more or less 20 seconds back to on the back of him by the end of the race, just with the amount of offset I had.
Well, you got Sorokin.
Obviously, set the fastest lap in there helped too.
You got Sorokin.
Well, I got Sorokin, but I was right on the back of Kaus. But had I known about the fuel, I don't think it would have made much of a difference. I was pushing as hard as I physically could have. Had I tidied up a couple of corners and not had a few snaps here and there, I might have been a bit closer. But no, I really could have had a more aggressive crack down the inside on the last corner. I decided to just play it safe. Again, fighting in the championship, I figured it's probably better to walk away with 23 or 24 points if you include the fastest lap, than pick up an unnecessary penalty, risk damage or a DNF or something like that on the last lap and walk away with nothing. So, no, I think had there been one more lap, I reckon I probably would have got him down the main straight and would have had a chance at being within Chevy's 3 second. But no, it was a great battle. He positioned the car well through the just tight enough to the inside of the last corner to where I couldn't have a proper crackdown. So that was really well done.
Well, I think if there was one lap, I think Kaus would have run out of fuel and you would have got him anyway. But that's not the case.
I still had I think I had 3 laps to go or something like that.
Well, sometimes
I put in I think I put 0.3 extra in and saved about 3 laps of fuel over the race.
Sometimes you're like your brother. You're too safe. You could have probably gone for that move on that right-hand side near that hairpin, right at the front, because he lost it at the hairpin. I think he lost the back end, and then that's when you came round and you were nearly side by side. And I don't know. You could have got him on that final corner just coming across the grid straight. But all in all, a spectacle as always. One more thing, going into Qatar next week. After that, there's technically with Qatar, there's 9 races to. There's 10. There's 9 races. Yeah, there's 9 races. Obviously, around 10, 8 races left. Can you win this championship?
Okay. Well, if my calendar will load, let's have a look. What have we got?
He's going to go for stuff. I ain't got all night. Simple answer.
Realistically, just having a look at the calendar, there are 3, maybe 4 tracks on there that are. I've got a circle around them. If I can pull those off, I reckon all I've got to do is just be solid in the other races. I think now. Who can? I think my gap now to Morty's about 40 points, give or take. after tonight.
Mhm.
As second in the out of the drivers. So I think as long as I can walk away with a couple of solid results in the tracks that I've got circled, then as long as I'm not, hoiking it into the wall in the other ones, then I think I have a pretty good chance.
So yes, you can win it. That was that's the obvious answer.
Yes,
Well, you were 33.
that is the answer. Is I want to finally win something.
Okay, well that would be
It's been too long.
33 points between Uncle Morty and yourself, because Soup was obviously in P2, but he's now gone. So great. Well, once again, fantastic race and a real good climax at the end as well. And look forward to seeing what you can do next week again. And keep your consistency up. You're obviously doing fantastic. You're leading it for a reason. I've raced with you so many times before for a long time. It's going to be interesting to see how this is going to end up, because you've got some very, very quick competition I've started to see as well, and they're not going to back. They're not going to back down. So all it takes is one DNF. So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Well done, TMT, and we'll see you in Qatar next week.
Thank you.
All right, let's move over to P2, which did nearly go to the climax from the end of the race. But thank you very much for hosting as well. It was really appreciative. And what a race, Cass. Obviously, great start to qualifying. Double Williams, looked like it. Great start. You guys had a great start into this race. You got away, and it looked like it could have been the Double Williams podium. Do you think maybe the strategy may have lost Sorokin one of those positions tonight, do you think?
Yeah, 100%. No choice about it, SJ. We were telling him to pit. I think it was like lap 19. I said that he can go first, and then I'll go lap 20. He drove past the pit entrance, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna stay out. Like if we double stack, I'm in front, so it's not my fault. So, he ended up extending his stint. I think he was trying to gamble on a safety car. I think he said later on, but yeah, 100%. I think he should have stuck to the strategy that we discussed beforehand. But it is what it is.
Yeah, you two obviously were very dominant very early on, and then obviously things started to change. And this race did have a lot of changes. A lot of pit stops, a few dramas. Obviously, Uncle Morty got involved in some. Connor then fell further down, and then the penalties started to arise as well. So it was looking like advantage, and then it just decided that your teammate Sorokin and D White just went a little bit longer than they probably should have done. And you obviously nailed it to a T. But then you were coming under pressure, and then we saw. Unfortunately, Hungary's done this for a few races. We saw your lights start to flash. What was the thought going through your head then?
Yeah, I think I was fuel saving from lap 30, SJ. It was absolutely cooked. I don't know what I did wrong. Like Dito and I had a chat beforehand. He's like, make sure you have bare minimum 2 laps of fuel just in case there's no safety cars. I think I put like 2.4, and then somehow I've just absolutely burned through the fuel. So maybe I got a bug there where it didn't like register or whatever the case may be. I need to go back and look. But yeah, I was legit fuel saving from lap 30. So the fact that I'm on the podium right now is beyond me. I have no idea how we got here, but I'm a little bit gutted because I feel like I had so much pace and I could have won this race tonight. But it is what it is. We move.
Yeah, but a fantastic race to do. And that's the next question. Obviously, 100% race. I don't know if you've done many of these. Obviously, this track that has not been done ever. How grueling was it tonight? 70 laps at Hungary.
I think honestly, I didn't feel it as much as maybe I probably should have, if that kind of makes sense. I don't know. I kind of just felt like I felt really good on this track, so that was really helpful, right? If I didn't feel good, if I wasn't confident, then like I probably would have been it probably would have been a lot more grueling for me. But I enjoy this track. I'm really glad it was 100%er. I feel like I drove really well, no penalties, drove really consistently. But yeah, I think just bloody fuel saving for 40 laps is not ideal. So is what it is.
Yeah, I can see the frustration. Even though one of my teammates took the win, obviously he did it for 3 seconds, and you probably were thinking, right. But then when he got in front, he I think he probably, when he knew that he had that light, I think that might have been game over, which is unfortunate because I had exactly the same thing. I did max fuel and I was 1.5 over. So this track, it does destroy your fuel. So it's one of those ones to think back and go, could I have done anything different? Probably not, no. So and to take P2, you've got to be stoked. And talking about obviously podiums, you've jumped into the seat. You've jumped back into it. You've done very, very well. You seem to have a very, very quick teammate as well. TMT's turned around and said that he feels comfortable he can win it. Do you feel that you can put some pressure on him? Do you think there's enough races left? Do you think there's enough? What do you think? What's your thoughts?
All I can do is just put in the performances that I can give and hope for the best. I'm not gonna fixate on the standings. It's just a waste of time. Not a waste of time, but a waste of energy in a way. Like if I win it, I win it. I don't think I'm anywhere near at the moment, so I'm just gonna keep putting in decent performances. And if it gets to the last few rounds that I'm within touching distance, then we can have the conversation then.
Well, great work. Guitar up next. Track you like?
Never raced on it before, so I'm gonna have to do some practice throughout the week and suss it out and see how we go. So, yeah.
Well, track limits is the key there because that is track limit galore. Very wide, some areas as well, which is easy with track limits and going to be difficult to overtake in some areas as well. So it's going to be another grueling one, but 50% this one, not 100. So you're okay on that one. But no, once again, well done for the 100%. Props to yourself for completing it as well. It's a challenge in itself, and you've accomplished that. So well done, and then also congratulations on the podium. Great drive, well done.
Thanks, SJ. I appreciate it. I'll just say quickly, say thanks to Dito and obviously my teammate for playing the game for the first few laps. Appreciate that, and we're not getting into issues. And of course, well done, Chevy. You deserve the win, mate. You drove well, so well done.
Awesome. All right. We do have two people in here. I don't know if this person's going to talk or not, but I'm going to take it away with P1. Chevy Wolves, mate. What a drive! You were nowhere near the top three from the start of this race. Qualifying, obviously, you out-qualified your teammate tonight in Dilby. But just talk a little bit about your qualifying, and then we'll go into the race.
Hey mate, thanks to the boys too for giving us a congrats this then. It was a good race. Collie, don't know what happened. Just not that good at Hungary, I guess. All the other boys seemed like they were quicker, and they were. And then I don't know. That was about it for quali. I knew if we started at least in the top 10, we'd be all right, and maybe have to manage a bit. But yeah, quali was quali, and that was it. There's not much to talk about it, I don't think.
Yeah, and I think going into a track like this, and obviously Monaco, these are the two tracks that you need a good quality. You need to try and get to that top because because it is a follow patience, and then get into the DRS, stay with the DRS as well. So what did you have a plan to try and get into that top five or even on the podium as well to start the race? Was that a plan at all from the engineer or the team or anything going into the race?
Yeah, not really. We just qualied where we both qualied, and Marzi was on the blower to us, just telling us basically what the strat's going to have to be and good luck. So, yeah, we just kind of went for it. And then I didn't even know how I won the race, to be honest with you. It was just kept my head down, kept the tyres all right, and I had Mars telling us when to box, which he perfected. Finally came to fruition. We've had a couple of races where we screwed it up, and this one finally came good. And then I got stuck in the Williams sandwich, and I got the 3-second penalty. I think I had one more track limit before I got a 6-second penalty, so that was a bit scary. But Mars just said, "You got the tyres, just keep pushing." So that's exactly what I did. And then I don't know. I just ended up in P1 and just had a 3-second gap, and then that was about it. Don't know how I won it, man. Honestly, I have no idea.
30 points, mate. 30 points in the bag. So that's how you're going to take it. And going into, obviously, the race, obviously, where you started, was it just planning, just staying behind, being patient? We've seen sometimes you've gone in situations, you've lost the front wing, it's dropped, and then obviously Dilby then lost his front wing, and then he dropped further down, and then you seem to have the pace right near the end of the race, and obviously with the fuel light coming on with the Williams, did you have that information at hand to say that the car in front of you or behind you at the time is fuel saving, so you needed to push that gap? Did you have any of that information?
Yeah, I did. So I think I battled with Kaus because Kaus was just cranking along, and I was trying to be patient, just follow him for a couple of laps, and then there was a few times down the straight where he just got a way better exit, and then I just started catching him a little bit more, and then I got past him, tried to be as patient as possible, and then I got told he has his fuel light on, so I got told, I got the tyres, just keep pushing, and eventually, I just saw him start to drop back a bit, and then I think it was TMT I saw coming up the back, but yeah, I just kept my head down for those laps, and then I had the tyres, I had the fuel, so I just kept going. Also, SJ, first dude to do it with cockpit cam and no assist. It's done.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that, mate. I'll give you that. And obviously, I'm good. Next question is 100%. Obviously, first time a track like this. Like, how did you find it? Was it a grueling process? Like, talk us through it.
Not really. It's pretty fun. I really needed to pee at the end of it. I was telling Mars and Dilbs, I was like, mate, I need to go. And they're like, you have 7 laps left. I'm like, far out. And I think then Mars just told us both to shut up because we were talking too much and just keep our head down. And then, we just got through it. But yeah, it was 70 laps. It was fun. Hungary is very technical. So yeah, it's just lap after lap trying to nail every corner and every apex and, not to battle too much because there's not many places to pass in Hungary. The only thing was to get past TMT at one point. I really needed to get past TMT and stick with Kaus. And that was about the only problem I had, I think. And then also, I think it was Sorokin I had to get past as well. I just had to kind of put the move on and try and give as much space as possible to both Sorokin and Kaus, and hopefully have a clean pass and a clean side-by-side racing, which I hope I did. And then, just kind of put my head down and keep going.
Definitely, and that's the way. I love it. At the end, he needed to pee. 4 podiums this week for Red Bull. The big momentum and motivation going into Qatar. How do you feel about the team's performances so far with 1 race to go?
Yeah, awesome, man. I love being at Red Bull. I'm stoked being here. I think the team's done really well this week. For some reason, we've all just picked up where we needed to pick up, and hopefully we can come back a bit stronger in the next couple of races. How many races we've got left? 7 or something?
At the moment, going into Qatar will be 8.
8 races, yeah. We've got 8 races left. I think we've got some momentum starting to build, so we'll see what we can do with that.
Awesome.
But also, our Div's pretty competitive too, I think.
It is.
Yeah, last year and this year, it's a pretty competitive Div5.
Big change. And what about you going into Qatar as well? Obviously taking this win, a track which is obviously big for track limits, obviously a lot wider, obviously not the duration of 100%. Good motivation for you and momentum going into Qatar next week?
Yeah, we'll see how we go, SJ. As Qatar, you can't pass as well, you have to. If you really got the guts to do it, you can send it on someone somewhere, but you're going to cause an accident. So it's really just the straight that you can pass on. So it's kind of one of those tracks you need to be patient on. Again, like Hungary, there's not much places to pass. It's just try and save tyres and build the momentum and battery and get past them on the straights and see how you go. No track limits, and we'll see how we go.
Yeah, it's going to be the key, and also tyre wear, I think, as well. There's a bit of a killer there as well, so going to be very interesting. But no, honestly, like you said, Red Bull on the app. We've got 1 more race to go. Another podium as well, another win tonight, 2 nights in a row. Patrick last night, you tonight, so that's fantastic. And stoked for you, mate. I think it was time coming for a win, and I think there's more to come as well. So I look forward to seeing you next week in Qatar, and congratulations on the win.
About bloody time, SJA. Thanks, mate.
Keep it up. All right.
I'll try my best.
No worries, mate. No worries. Well done, and well done for doing the 70 laps. That's it's a first, I think, for most of us when you've been there for a while as well. So props to you on that as well.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
P.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we'll move on to 1 more interview, which is the engineer. Now, we don't normally do this, but I'll jump him in here because Marzi does jump in and wants to probably just listening, but we're going to interview him very quickly. Mazzy, you obviously engineered both of these guys tonight. You obviously engineered Patrick and myself yesterday. Did you have a plan going into this race with both drivers? Was it a bit of a different plan, an A plan for Chevy or a B plan for Dilby? Like what was the thought process going into this 70 laps? If you want to, let us know. If you not want to keep it behind closed doors, then feel free.
I mean, it's not really like confidential secrets. I mean, first 5 laps, it's like really trying to like just look around the field, just look around, just like look around on other drivers, how they're doing on tires and other stuff. So I get baseline, and because before the race, I know that I have both driver being one of the best tire whisperer in the Division 5. So I know I can attempt something, and I know tire wear is kind of important here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that important, but like undercuts is a little bit more important than it is.
Yeah.
So basically had a strategy preset it, and then just adjust the the pitting laps or like a few laps earlier. Then well, is there?
Yeah, well, there you go. From an engineering perspective, what's it like engineering 100% 70-lap race?
It's kind of like I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like doing a Nürburgring race, and because I have to, well, as an engineer, I'm in charge of like the entire team, of course. Sometimes maybe more, and because I have to be involving in many many divisions data, obviously it accumulates, and you get more and more idea on what the tire is going to do and all that stuff. But I mean, it's a two-sided play. I get like very exhausted after every race, especially with with a result that close with Div4 yesterday and Div5.
And obviously, earlier on, we saw Chaos was flashing. Now, we did go through the drivers, Milano, and I think Shani were a little bit low on the fuel, and Milano did actually run out on the last lap, and it was actually coming into the closing stages of Chevy coming around the corner as well. So when you saw Chaos light keep flashing, what was the pressure then on Chevy to try and pull the gap?
I mean, it wasn't like urging him to do the gaps at that stage because, well, first of all, it was said that Carlson actually make it like fully to the race, and actually, I mean, he's given a good race overall, like given us both two cars a very good fight, and they nailed the strategy actually like spot on because we have to react to them either way. But once he's got the fuel lights on, basically just so I'm like. Sheffy, like, okay, so similar to what Sheffy said, we have a task, we have to feel, just keep it within the limits. Just bring it home.
Yeah.
No drama because we're gaining on him for a 6/10 or 5/10 or 6/10 like per lap because he's have to do lift go. So TMZ wasn't really that of a concern at point because well, we're just simply too far away. But I mean, I do have to be a little bit concerned because he's in Sheffy's 6-second penalty window. But I mean, eventually that didn't happen. So one less thing to worry about. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Definitely. And I think, obviously it's worked. The momentum that Red Bull have had this week, obviously, like I said, 4 podiums. Good motivation going into Qatar.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really looked into the strats yet, but I do have some, sure, well, at least Qatar's in last season, so I actually have some little bit of demo that I can actually review in, because I did plan a strat, maybe have to adjust it because of the version difference, but yeah, with a few tires and the entire team on other division as well, I think it should be an okay race to go.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, a lot wider, and we have said over the interview and over tonight that track limits is going to be the key in Qatar. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these guys deal with it. And also, it is a track as well, which is difficult to overtake, especially in the fast sector 2 and sector 3 as well, because it's quite fluid. And then you've just got the main straight, which will probably see most of the overtakes going into turn 1 and then maybe into turn 2 and turn 3. So we'll have to wait and see. But probably from myself and other people, Maz, you do an absolute fantastic job as an engineer. You're an absolute pleasure to have with the Rush family. We love all your work and your effort and your time and what you put into everything, your analytics, your data entry, everything, and also jumping in with the drivers and helping them, especially with the duration of a 100% race. It's grueling for them, and it's also grueling for you as well, because concentration has to be at the max. So from myself and probably from the Red Bull team, we appreciate everything you do. And let's just keep continuing. And hopefully we've got you for more and more seasons to come. And thanks for jumping in.
Thanks, Leisha. Couldn't appreciate more on that. And all that stuff, but I mean, I've still got a lot to learn, so I'll just go on my way.
Well, I'll say how it is, mate, and appreciation is granted, without a doubt. And I'm sure Chevy and the team principal of Red Bull as well, and whoever else you help as well, definitely appreciate everything you do, and especially, obviously, your number one with Terence as well. So keep it going, mate, and it's obviously working, because 4 podiums in a week is a great result for the team and a great result for all the drivers, and that takes everyone that does that. So we is correct. We do. We love you, Maz, and keep it up, mate. You're doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
No worries, mate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. What a night that has. It was very long. I cannot believe I've done it with even a whole class casket of water still, and I've just finished my coffee as well, which is fantastic. And I've not lost my voice, which is even better. But no, congratulations to the winners tonight. Chevy Wills for his first win of the season as well. So big momentum and motivation for him going into Qatar as well. TMT, unfortunately, not getting onto the P2. That was Kaus that took him away, but it did go to a final little battle on the end there as well, which is always good to see. And for Kaus, obviously finishing that P2 and TMT finishing P3. And also driving the day going to Dilby as well. So a fantastic night with everyone. And also a big congratulations to everyone that did manage to do the whole race and finish it. Props to all of you. 100% is not something to mess around with. It takes a lot of time, patience, and a lot of grueling as well, because 70 laps rank Hungary is not for the faint-hearted. So well done to every single person and all engineers and everyone that's got involved in all the races up to until now. Tomorrow night we'll be joined by Rekus. He will be in the comms box with Muzz for the Division 3 race. Yes, you will see me on the grid tomorrow night. I'll be reserving for Red Bull, unless there is any reserves that jump in before me, but you will see me out on track. Will I be able to finish the race with no fuel, or will I be able to get it right? We'll have to wait and see tomorrow night. One more race to go for the 100% out of 70 laps of Hungary. We've heard a lot of people say it is over and done with. Yes, it is over and done with, but then we kick it off on Thursday night when we go into the reserve program for Qatar. Round 10. 8 rounds left before this season comes concluded, and we get on board with the new F1 26 DLC with all the new cars and all the new liveries, and I'm sure it'll be very interesting to see how these cars operate with the new regs as well. But that's still a long way away yet, and we do have the Japanese Grand Prix coming up this week as well. There is a lot of things going on in the background in regards to preparation for season 11 as well, so you'll hear more about that in the coming closing stages of probably the next 3 weeks. But yeah, thank you very much to all of our sponsors as well that jumped in as always and support SRC this season, our affiliate. Feel free, if you need a setup for Qatar or still Hungary tomorrow night, then feel free to jump on board and use the message in the comments. Also, our other sponsors, Pagnin and SimLab, thank you very much. Really do appreciate your support as well. We have closing down with AI369. They are no longer with us anymore. There's been a few things that have happened in the background, so unfortunately they are gone. We do appreciate everything they've done for us and everything we've done for them, and hopefully things may change in the future. But big up to everyone as well that have tuned in. Thank you very much for the follow as well. Antonio 1234695, and it's your boy Echo PLFC Favorite 142 and Peace as well. Thank you very much for all those followers. Thank you very much to all the Ask Comms on boards and everything. And I will leave you a quote for the end of the race, as I always do. Red Bull, 4 podiums. Chevy Wills adds to that. Will it be another one tomorrow night? We'll find out tomorrow night. Good night.